Price, Price
Right?
about to
Isn't
drop.
that creepy?
Yeah.
Price about to drop the hottest mixtape of the spring.
I'm just gonna record all of y'all's voices and just like, what's that song? The freaking Bed Intruder song? Imagine that, both D&D.
I thought you were gonna remix it to make it sound like we were admiring you and like complimenting you and stuff like that.
Just Pi is the best DM.
Hi.
Nope, I don't have anything written about asking her about Manchun or whatnot. I do have questions for between her and Rainier, and they're just good friends, and about her husband, but not a whole lot about her husband because she didn't give any information.
It's almost
Yeah,
like
I
it's
don't
the
think-
score subject.
We did that.
Okay, good.
I don't think we did talk about it. So yeah.
All right, good. So
I do have plans for a pet play date eventually.
Eventually, I will definitely make a note. A voice note. Hey, Craig, voice note. There you go.
Pi has the potential to be the best DM.
Oh, thanks, man. Will I ever reach the potential? Probably not, but I have it.
That's about it. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything.
Did I steal your joke?
No, it just makes me sound really dumb if I say it out loud. So I'll keep it to myself.
Just say it out loud. You already
That's what
sound
Craig's
dumb.
here for, man. Don't hide anything from Craig.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said, oh, I'll just make a note of that. Craig, take this note. And then I thought it was voice activated, but it's been on the entire time. And I thought you were doing like an Alexa thing, but
No,
Would be very good.
Craig is not voice activated.
That's good.
Oh, incidentally, for you, Gus, again, if you ever want to use them, just tell me, and then I can. I don't know if it will send it to you, or if it'll send the link to me. But either way, I'll make sure to get you the voice recorder if you want it, and use summon Craig in Craig's corner to call upon him on Sundays. Your games.
Okay.
New Eldritch God.
Summon the
Craig.
Release the Craig. All right. So I guess we can start. If everyone's actually going to go get some water, then we can start.
Well, so now he can hear us talk.
Question: is everybody doing this on PC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone keep their cell phone on standby so they can just walk away when they need to?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I have no. I've headphones in.
Okay.
I just leave.
Just walk.
That's awesome. I just leave.
I mean, you guys haven't caught me once, so you know, I'm doing pretty well.
I feel we might have noticed once. You might have noticed I'm back there and know it was through.
I'm back.
I mean, all you have to say is sorry. I didn't realize that my mic is being muted for the last 15 seconds.
Don't know what y'all were talking about, but the last part was funny.
My impromptu water breaks.
Okay.
So
You just when you mute and just disappear.
yeah.
Got it. I'm back on page. All right. Everyone ready to go? I got my water. I'm good. Cool. First thing, outside of our new buddy Craig, I have completed all of y'all's Christmas gifts. These aren't necessarily final. These are just what I kind of like a first go, and we'll kind of tweak it as the game goes if we don't like the way it's going or something's too weak or too strong. We can work on that. We can go over them now if you want, or y'all can just read them on your own.
Let's go over them now.
Okay.
Who's gonna open their gift first?
So as you awake from a receding dream, you look to your bedside table. Well, some of you look to your bedside table and you find a nicely wrapped gift. Who opens theirs first? Ken, you made noise, so I'm saying it to you.
Okay.
So yeah, for yours, I think I touched briefly on it.
Yes.
And yours is a bag of candy.
Mm-hmm.
In that bag of candy, are these little kind of treat pellets. The main thing you need to do, I need to actually read the description before I do that. So the way this is going to work is you, once a day, you get to feed one to your pet, eat one yourself, and roll a animal handling check.
Mm-hmm.
The DC is at whatever I decide it to be. So for like first level, it's going to be insanely low, but as you get to like later level stuff, like I think I go to 5th level, yeah, DC will be a little higher. Speaking of like between levels, so if you like on level 1 roll a natural 20, the next time the level 2 DC is going to be a lot lower. But if you roll a natural 1, it'll be higher. That kind of stuff. Is
Okay.
basically the way I'm going to take it. The first quote unquote level is basically just familiar stuff. You're going to be able to command your creature. They can do one of any action. Unlike with familiars, you can actually attack with your little dragon. Thus the stat sheet, so you know how he does. He will act under your order until you give him another order or the order is completed. And then he'll just kind of revert to whatever seems beneficial at the time if you don't give him another order.
Okay.
Second level is kind of, again, more kind of familiar stuff. You get to, both of you share each other's senses, which unfortunately for you doesn't really help him, but you will get dark vision and 10 feet of blind sight that your little snake has. The level 3 is where I kind of went off on my own. So if your pet doesn't have a lot of HP, so if he takes a big blow, you can actually take part of, if not all of the blow for him. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like even if as long as he's within, I forgot the exact range I set it up, but for now we'll just say 30 feet of you. You can instead take the damage for him. Or on the other side, if you take damage and you only have like a couple hit points left, you can transfer the damage to him. 4th level, you can empower him, which will give him double its damage. And then if he's within 5 feet of you and attacking an enemy, he gets advantage on the attack. And then 5th level.
Wait. I'm on 4th level. I have to write it down.
It's okay. It's all, if you can just go in and click on the item itself and it'll show everything from you. This is just kind of like a little bit of an overview. 5th level, you are officially soulbound. As long as you remain alive, the other one cannot die. Instead of death saving throws, you'll just take a d4, like 1d4 will be rolled, and you take that amount of damage, or it will take that amount of damage if you're the one who goes down. You can use your bonus action or its bonus action to transfer health back to you to bring you back to consciousness, or you to it to bring him back to consciousness. And if, say, someone rolls a hit that would crit and instantly kill you, you won't die. Instead, your lizard will fall unconscious. And then you just make normal death saving throws. Yeah, so
That's cool.
yeah. So that one was fun to make. If you have any other questions about it, you just ask me. And again, we can like tweak it a bit as the game goes on. Try to make it more useful or less overpowered or whatever. Most likely, I won't tend to take it from being overpowered. But if you feel like it's overpowered, then we can talk about that. So now we're
I'm not
going.
gonna complain about an overpowered pet. This is
Some
my
people-
Pokemon.
Some people, like the challenge, and if it's too easy, they. All right. So that is what was in your gift for Crawford. Yours is a little more straightforward. As you awaken from your restless sleep, you find in a brightly colored package a belt. Upon putting on the belt and attuning to it, you have a belt of returning. So with the belt of returning, you can basically attach, I think 2 of your weapons, I think is what I put it at.
Yep.
Any 2 of your weapons to your belt. And then using a bonus action, if you were to drop it or if you were to throw it and it would to land away from you, you can then use a bonus action to return it to you. And any creature like between you and the weapon will have to make a dexterity saving throw, or they will take damage from the weapon as it hits them. So that's yours. Again, pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Might
can
tweak
I
it.
call back 2 at the same time?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a bonus action, so you just you do the callback, and it will call any weapon that's attached to the belt back to it.
Cool.
So if you throw both daggers, and both daggers will land away from the enemy, and you recall it back, and the enemy's in the way, fails the dexterity saving throw, he'll take hits from both the daggers.
Very nice.
That's really fucking cool.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
I
Again,
imagine a situation where he throws them into 2 different directions, lines them up with 2 different enemies, and fucking calls them back.
Yeah, I mean, it would be cool. Now, what this hasn't ruled out is that you can actually hit them with your sneak attack on any of these attacks. So if you say throw it 1 turn, the next turn you can use your bonus action to recall it, and if it hits, it can still do sneak attack damage.
Awesome. That's that was a question that I
Yeah.
had because I get special swashbuckler stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
But it is a save, so like for advantage, it doesn't really affect advantage and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. And again, we can tweak it if it seems to be out of whack. But I thought for you were probably like the hardest one because you weren't here to ask, and 2, I just didn't know what to give you.
Right. Yeah. No. This is definitely something on my alley.
Yeah. So hope you enjoy it. Next on the list is Ivern Tesper. You awake to find a smaller package. Opening it up, you find an amulet made of cold iron depicting balanced scales on a warhammer. Being a follower of Tyr, you know that this is in fact a amulet of Tyr. As you put it on, take the time to attune to it, you get the following benefits from it. So you get the ability to cast light. It's a cantrip, but you can only cast it on the amulet.
Okay.
You get detect lies, or not detect lies, zone of truth. That will cast 1 charge to make, and its spell save is your spell save.
Okay.
But it has a base spell save of 12, so if it was below 12, then it would default to 12, but yours is higher, so it doesn't matter. And then finally, you get the ability to cast see invisibility.
Ew.
Yes.
Fancy.
So, literally rip the abilities off of his Wikipedia page.
Nice. Question for the charges.
Mm-hmm.
How many do they recharge like at
Yeah.
a certain period, or is it just like 1 per whatever?
No, you only get it once ever. No,
Well, and I
it
mean-
recharges every day.
Really? Okay.
So every morning you wake
Thank you.
up.
That was my one question I had.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, that one's done. Next,
Yeah.
Calesius the Gentle. And you know, I've already talked about this a little bit, and we can kind of tweak it. But, so yours is the family portrait. I can read it all out again to you if you want, Calesius, or I can just tell you what it does.
How about you butter up the audience?
Okay, I'll butter up the audience. So it's a family portrait of Calesius and his 2 daughters, Sarah and Nicael. Calesius is sat in the middle, with Sarah to his left and Nicael to his right. The portrait is enchanted to show each person's person's current status, both emotional and physical. Currently, Khaleesi is depressed but otherwise unharmed. Sarah is sat next to him in a commoner's clothing, swaddling a baby. And Nikhil is leaning against an unseen wall in rote leathers. So for him, for your little thing though, once per day, you get an attempt to essentially get inspiration. And not your inspiration, my inspiration. So you can click the little sun at the top of your thing. We do have it set to 18. So basically, you'll have to take an hour. That can come down or go up. I haven't decided which yet, but I just stuck it at an hour because short rest seemed like a decent time frame. To reflect on the portrait. After which, you make a wisdom saving throw. If you beat the DC, which is currently set at 18, I might lower it. Or probably might just lower it at some point, but currently it's at 18. On a success, you get inspiration for the day, which is essentially just a luck. Any roll you want to re-roll, you can re-roll it and take the better of the two rolls. On a failure, I was kind of leaving it open to your role play how you want to handle that. But on a failure of a 5 or lower, you take a point of exhaustion as emotional distress gets the better of you.
Okay. What's the point of exhaustion do?
It's just, what is it? Disadvantage on checks, right?
Yeah, you got to be careful. You don't want that to start stacking up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's once a day thing, so he'd take a nap between.
Oh, I
So
got
it can't stack on itself.
Khaleesi is going to put 6 all-nighters.
You will die.
Yeah.
And then also, again, we chatted about this for a little bit, but depending how your day goes, you can get either advantage or disadvantage, depending on what you do, how well you do it. And then we also talked about how not only can you sense the feeling of your families through the portrait, your family can sense your feelings as well. So if you're being an asshole, they know you're being an asshole. But if you're being a nice person, like, oh, maybe he's changed or something.
Yeah, cool with that.
Cool with that? Yes.
Bro, that exhaustion thing is really scary.
It can be, but I mean, you have to roll really low for that. Like, you have to get a 1 or 2.
Should I roll right now?
Yeah,
if you want to do it.
Can I also say I don't want to roll for today, or is it? Am I just?
Yeah, no, you don't have to roll for it. It's just if you choose to roll.
All right, let's see how much of a burden Khaleesi this is going to be today. Woo!
As such, taking this newly garnered portrait, you are just filled with emotion. And unexplained joy overtakes you. You now have inspiration for the day.
So wait, my inspiration looks at this picture, and he's initially moved, and then he's stares at the
It's just a bit in your room, entirely your call.
What does this picture smell like? Can I smell my daughters?
Can you? Unfortunately, it does not transit. It smells like old paper, basically. But,
Okay.
Good parchment.
Okay.
Good answer.
What does my grandson smell like?
What do my daughters smell like?
Well, currently, Sarah smells like shit, and the grandson smells like shit. Incidentally enough, so does Zakil. It's kind of weird.
Makes him a little nostalgic.
All right, so that's what I got for you. Any of these things can be tweaked as we go forward. And then finally, for Warren of the Green Mountains. So you don't find a gift when you wake up, like a nice gift wrap package. Instead, what you see is a fountain You have no idea how it got there. And upon examining it, it seems to be like affixed into the house itself. You never put it there, and you have definitely wasn't there before. But what you get is the Fountain of Farsight. So this allows you, once you attune, after you spend an hour with it, which we're kind of saying each of you spend like an hour with your stuff this morning. You can cast the scrying spell. The spell it's up to 3 charges. Each scrying spell costs 1 charge. The spell automatically succeeds on any creature that you personally know and view as an ally, and also as you are viewed as an ally. So, for example, if you thought Crawford, you think Crawford's a cool guy, you like him, he's your teammate, Crawford might think, God, that Warren's a dickhead. I really just wish he would disappear. You would have to do normal scrying, which is I think a wisdom save?
Spell save, I think, of wisdom.
Yeah, which you do have on in your spell slots again. And it's set up to use your spell DC as well. So right now it's wisdom of 13. You also, if you choose, can blow all 3 charges at once and use the foresight spell. Which this is kind of going to be an augmented foresight spell. Because the regular one's a 9th level spell. Essentially, for the duration of 8 hours, you can't be surprised and have advantage on attack, ability checks, and saving throws. But the way it's going to work in this game is that you're going to spend your time looking into the thing, and you're going to get a glimpse of the future. Be somewhat vague. It's not going to be completely straightforward. You can focus on specifically what you want to view, or you can just kind of get a general, hey, what's going to happen to me in this many times. You will get all the benefits of the spell, the spell says, but it will only happen when it pertains to the events of the future that you saw.
Right.
So, for example, if you're thinking, hey, what's the next danger coming my way? You focus on it, and you see you're going to run into an ambush in an alleyway. Before that, you get none of the benefits, and then after that, you won't get any of the benefits. But during that actual fight, you would get the benefits.
Cool. Yeah, that's actually way powered up from what we initially discussed.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to make it. I mean, the things I was thinking about was cool, but I wanted to actually make it useful as well. So
Yeah,
this is one of those ones we're probably definitely gonna have to balance a bit.
Yeah.
But also, and if you use it, the foresight. So if you burn all 3 charges at once to do this, it resets for. Right now, I have it set for a week. I might make it just a few days, but it'll have to reset because obviously it's a 9th level spell. Requires a lot of arcane power.
Yeah, gotcha.
So again, we'll kind of fidget around with these. If you have any ideas of how you want to improve it, obviously you can talk to me at any time. But that is y'all's gifts. Hope you
Thank you.
hope you enjoy them.
Thank you.
Hope we actually get to use them. And no one dies.
We're just gonna walk around casting light over and over and over.
You can. You technically can. Only on your amulet, though.
On the thing, it's gonna like touch it and then it turns on, and like take my hand away and it turns off, and I touch it again and it turns on.
Do a little clap on, clap off.
Yeah. It out before I go out of my room for the day.
Yeah. So that has
So can
3
I touch
charges.
the wrapping paper?
If you want to.
What does the wrapping paper say?
It's not, didn't say anything. It just has pictures of Rudolph with Frosty the Snowman riding on the back.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Ren feels vaguely guilty and folds the wrapping paper and puts it in her trunk.
For what reason? You don't know, but you do get a strange pang of guilt.
Hey, Frosty.
Oh yes, Crawford, you weren't there. She killed Frosty the Snowman, murdered him mercilessly.
Lawful good, my butt. I'm sure he was probably threatening the party. I
He was
trust stubborn.
specifically
Threatening you
threatening. Yeah,
specifically.
specifically
Oh
threatening.
yeah,
You.
that she would. Yeah, yeah.
But she burned. She burned Frosty alive.
Excellent.
That was an accident. Oh no, it wasn't. But
And then no one took the awesome hat I made, and that was very sad.
Crawford took the awesome hat.
I took the awesome hat because I know how much it meant to you.
Thank you, thank you. See, I feel like you would have. I would have at least been able to guilt you into taking it.
That I would have taken it.
So other than that, I guess now we can get to. If anyone has any questions over your gifts, you can ask me now, or we can wait till later. And we can just jump into.
ever hold your peace.
Yeah, I have a question.
All right, let's hear it.
Did I get any of the stuff that I stole? Is it in my pocket, on my person, or in the vicinity?
Oh, that does remind me, actually. All of you actually do find something in your pocket that you weren't expecting. A rather warm cookie.
Oh,
You still have
okay.
Mrs. Claus's cookies?
Still
Maybe
have
it's still warm.
Mrs. Claus.
Hammer it into the wall as a nice little reminder.
Okay.
As for the candy cane, Crawford, unfortunately, all you find is a lump of coal.
Touche.
Question, DM.
Answer.
This is a special cookie, right?
It is the special cookie, yes. It
It won't
retains
go
its
stale?
power.
Special
It
cookie.
will not go stale.
Perfect. I'm gonna save it for one of my daughters.
Oh, what a guy.
You were gonna feed the chocolate chip cookie to the dog.
It's a magical. It's a magical chocolate chip cookie from Miss Claus. The dog will be fine.
Hey, Bo, can you mimic that cookie?
I don't
Follow
think
the
so.
recipe.
I mean,
Sorry.
Archibald could make one. Just saying.
Crossover time.
You have a recipe for me?
No.
All right. So yeah, like I said, in time, if y'all have questions, if y'all have comments, concerns, just talk to me as you please. Yes, you can. I think everyone can still move CJ as well.
I have control.
Pages are out of order. Ah, where's the dragon thing? The lizard.
It's a flying serpent.
Whoa.
Not a dragon. It's a special flying serpent that shoots lightning instead of poison.
What is it's Pharaoh? Pharaoh is the name.
Pharaoh, yeah.
Pharaoh is the name.
Noodles the game. All right.
I was just thinking about how I can make that joke work, and I'm glad you took the hit for me.
So I had to step on that landmine, and I did put it there. I'm gonna put the cookie on the shelf and wait for those in the common area. I think.
All right. Well, then I guess we can jump into the recap.
Question: does Khaleesi see the Grinch anywhere?
The Grinch unfortunately could not make it through the portal. Santa Claus did not let him.
I feel like such a liar. Okay.
I mean, you're not. He Don't worry. The Grinch understands. Santa Claus is a dickhead.
Okay.
Maybe next Christmas y'all be going back to the North Pole.
This time to kill Santa.
Just thinking more Grinch takes his revenge, but yeah, Santa, I guess.
Grinch, we never abandon you, bro. We're back.
And Saint Odysseus
excited.
makes his appearance. All right. So last time, the group of y'all finished your battle upon the Mount Waterdeep with the gang of bandits who had mercilessly slaughtered and hurriedly buried a group of guards who were stationed there. You tied one of them up, the one known as Tarek, and went to visit the monk. The monk was a bit perturbed that you were disturbing him. Seemed to care more about his personal time than anything going on outside the cave. You were, excuse me. You Waterdeep. His response was, "Evil's twin hides its face for now. Expect that to change before winter's end." Essentially implying that the one you were chasing, or at least his boss, was getting ready to move as the winter progressed. Calisius, Ivern, and Kin each asked questions of the monk. Calisius learned that his daughters, or at least one of them, will soon come looking for him. Kin learned that there was a curse on her family rather than an ailment, as they had believed. And that the family she was hiding from may actually already know where she is. Ivern is told to trust in her judgment and in her God, and that she will find her way. Reporting back to the Blackstaff, you ask for reinforcements. You decide to take a rest, but as you return to the encampment, you find that Tarek has already escaped, as you left no one to guard him. Surprisingly, the bandit captain on his honor system decided to not have any honor.
You knocked him out first.
He came back too.
I think he rolled an 18.
Something like that.
Hit him harder.
He should have.
And apparently he's very good at getting out of knots.
Wasn't a great knot. Also, I think
I mean, my knot was only like a 13 or something. So.
I rolled like a 23, I think, on that one.
Ask somebody to double check it.
You did.
I rolled an 18 to double check it, and it was a good knot when I checked it.
It was a good knot.
Aw.
He rolled a 23. I don't know what you want from me. He escaped. You all decided to take a rest. During the night, you heard of a brief battle happening in the valley, right in the valley in the gorge. The surviving members of the guard team that was sent made their way up to relieve you from duty. You learned that they had run into Tarek on their way down, who unfortunately got the drop on a few of the guards before making an escape into the city. You were relieved of duty. You headed down the cliff below. You passed the bloating corpse of the manticore that you killed. You were able to find Tarek's trail, but once he got into the city, it was impossible for y'all to track him. You decided, so that the events of the night before Christmas can happen, to head back to the manor before checking in with the Blackstaff, recuperate, gather your thoughts, and then head back the next day. So, it is now the morning. You have all opened your gifts from a mysterious man known as just SC. What do you do?
I go up to the watchtower to water my plants and eat candy with my snake.
Okay. Roll a animal handling check. Easy enough.
Average.
It's all right. You would have had to have rolled a natural one to have failed this one. You surprisingly are all on board for taking the candy from Stranger. Both pop one in your mouth. You hand one to your snake, who sniffs it kind of worriedly, but trusting in you, takes a bite. Instantaneously, you can almost feel the two of your minds kind of being sucked into one another. A telepathic link opens up. While the snake does not speak any languages, you do sense its feelings.
Cool.
You sense that, at the very least, it can understand you, and that it is warming to the idea of being your partner in crime.
Ooh.
So,
I have a partner in crime. I'm just
as
gonna
for your,
spend. Oh, sorry.
no, I was gonna say, as for your plants, they're starting to, the seedlings are starting to sprout. You're starting to see little bits of green poking up from the dirt, but you've only had them for about a week or so.
Yeah. So, amidst my flowers and looking over the city, I'm gonna play with my snake and tell it what a good snake it is.
You feel a sense of joy from the snake.
I'm a good pet owner, guys.
Solid 12. So yeah, as I stated, you get the ability to order it around. It'll follow most actions so long as you're not sending it to its death,
Yeah.
intentionally. All right, what's everyone else doing besides Clesius having a meltdown?
Verna is walking down the stairs, actually like pressing her badge over and over, trying to figure out where the fuck it came from.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Hey, Everett, I think we need to board the. Do we lock the doors when we go to sleep? I think someone broke in last night and reverse burgled us.
I think you mean they left us gifts, and I'm pretty sure you're right, but it must be someone we know. Because
This is no gift.
you're awake this morning. Good morning.
Good.
Good morning.
It's no. What did you get?
Goes.
Oh, this. I feel like this is a picture of my two daughters. I will not be able to hold any kind of accent. I am sorry.
That was a
It's
weird
okay.
accent.
I don't expect it from you.
Yeah, it's okay.
Daughters. Okay, you absorb some of Evern's.
I know,
It's okay.
bad cowboy, and that's right.
Did you even really call it cowboy?
Oh,
Um,
I'm Texan.
Horse boy.
All right, listen here, bud.
Horse boy.
I think this is a painting of my two daughters and myself, a portrait.
Khaleesi's, they're beautiful. You must be.
a lovely family.
But the guilt that I'm racked with, it's when they're not in front of you, it's easy to forget and just live your life. But when they're in your face like this, how could I be me?
You can be a better version of yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
We could go find the
I fervently want that.
Crawford slinks upstairs and looks for the dog.
Khaleesius is caught up in his thoughts. He doesn't hear that, and he goes to his room.
Oh, currently the dog is with Ken, apparently, which is definitely possible because it is a blink dog.
It's okay. As long as Ken keeps the dog happy.
Make another animal handling check, Ken.
Okay.
Ooh.
Can she keep the dog? Oh yeah, the dog is ecstatic to be up
Yeah.
there with her.
Dog fucking loves
think-
me.
The first time in her life, everyone's going to try to prepare breakfast for everyone.
All
Nothing
right.
fancy, literally just like an egg and toast.
Ooh,
with fire.
let's
Solid
see.
breakfast.
Let's see. That's survival, right? That's what I've been saying it is.
Yes.
All right, and Vern, roll us a survival check.
Okay, let's see.
What's up?
18! She does okay.
He will survive.
She does really well, actually. What kind of eggs are you making? We're talking like
Side up or something, or just
okay.
crack an egg in the pan, let it fry, turn it over on a plate.
Oh, the eggs are
Pepper.
perfectly. The eggs are perfectly fried. The toast is, a good crunch to it, but nice and soft on the inside. It's a pretty. She's able to find some marmalade. You didn't even know you had it. Some old butter. It's a fine little snack.
So after
Or
his
breakfast.
after the
Meltdown.
ruckus he made, Khaleesius smells the food. He comes back down.
You seen Ken this morning, or Warden for that matter?
Not finding the blink dog, Crawford's not going to look particularly hard. Go visit, see if Warren and Ken are up.
Technically, it's not Monday, Warren. It's like
He's
Thursday
been
or
staring
Friday.
at a fountain for a while.
I'm
He's-
gonna. Oh, sorry.
Are you gonna go looking for him?
Yeah, I was just gonna knock on your door, but if you got stuff to do first, then.
Oh,
He doesn't
Kin
have
is loudly knocking on the door.
You knock on the wall next to his curtain.
Where's the? Okay, yeah.
He purposely set it up to deflect people looking for him. It's amazing.
Making lots of cheery noises. Warren, breakfast!
Oh, yes.
Up now!
Um,
I don't know who's cooking, but it's probably me.
all right,
Hmm?
yeah, come out. Oop.
Right.
So,
Uh,
for some
uh.
reason, a strange fountain in my room. Did
A mountain?
fountain?
A fountain. In your room?
Yeah, I did. Did you guys do this?
No.
Do you go into his room?
Yes.
It smells like horse now. Yeah, sure enough, there's a very an ornate fountain in the corner of his room. Like I said to him, it's seems to have been built into the house, but none of you have ever seen it before.
I'm poking at the water. I want to see if it's magical. I can't detect magic because that's not what I set up for spells. But
You can make an Arcana check if you would like, but
With them
Oh,
nah, I don't fucking know.
Warren. Yes, I created this for you.
it seems to be a fountain. It does has some kind of enchantment. You're not sure what.
Khaleesi's is going to take credit for it and answer his question that I made it.
You are currently not up there with
We're
them.
not upstairs.
Oh, I went up there. When he came down
Well,
and
no,
asked,
you came down for breakfast.
then when he asked, I would go up with him.
But Warren's never left his room.
Never mind.
Nice try, bud.
Do you want to say you were with them? We can. It's not a big deal.
Sure.
Okay. You have control of your person, by the way. You can move them wherever you want.
Oh, is that how we're doing it? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you're still upside down. One sec. Let me fix that. Damn it.
Khaleesi's walks
Well,
in.
I'll get his bed. I don't mind.
Can't stand.
I flipped y'all to where you were lying in your bed.
Thank you for that.
Okay.
Yes,
Clesius, little did y'all know, Clesius also joined you in Warren's room.
Oh, yes, Warren. I thought you were deserving of a gift, so I made this for you. What do you think?
Okay. What is it?
It's like Warren, my friend.
You can make an Arcana check too if you want.
Sure.
I don't know if you
Question.
That's an 18. 11 insight's not going to do it. 18. You also notice that it is very enchanted. First and foremost, the water itself seems to be somehow recycling itself. Like it's going into the bowl, the basin, but there's no drainage yet. It's not overflowing. Almost like the water is being created and destroyed. You can't attune to it because only one person can be attuned to it at a time. But you do get a glimpse as you look into it of kind of the bowl itself is magical. Because you can't attune to it, you don't know what it does precisely. But you get the thing feeling it's something dealing with divination. And I guess that's about it.
Warren, so my friend, I pat him on the shoulder. This is a magical construct. My best work ever. I think if you just play with it, the surprises will continue to mount, and you'll be very happy with the results.
Oh,
It is a gift from me to you.
I didn't know you were an enchanter.
I have many, many hidden skills.
Oh,
We've only just met each other.
I mean, for fun of it, you could just roll a deception. I guess Warren. Oh, you rolled a natural one.
You got wait. Oh, minimum 10. Damn it.
Ka-chow, baby.
Yeah, you rolled a natural one, which okay. Warren, you can roll insight.
Detect vibes.
How do I want to do this?
Oh no.
Oh, that's too low. For some reason, you get the feeling that what he's saying is bullshit, but you can't poke any holes in it, and slowly you just turn it over in your head and you start believing him. He must really have done this for you.
Well, actually, I did. If I knew you were an enchanter, I would have asked. Would you be able to enchant a bow?
Maybe soon one day. At the moment, this is the best that I can do. It was a lot of work for one night.
Really? This seems way more powerful than the enchanted bow.
But you get tired. You run a mile. You're tired at the end. I'm an old man. What do you want me to do?
Oh, well,
Just appreciate what you got.
that is fair. That is fair.
Release his bill before he could get found out. Stairs. These are stairs.
God.
That leads upstairs.
No,
Go.
no, 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 no.
Upstairs.
There you go. There you go. Heading back downstairs, you all notice that Avern has prepared you quite a substantial breakfast.
Have
Simple,
we met
but
before? Oh, sorry.
Fern can eat eggs, right? He's not like vegan.
Yeah.
Vern, what have you made us?
technically,
And eggs and toast? Breakfast. I made breakfast.
What kind of eggs?
what is it? Burn the nest? Is that what they're called?
I don't. And to be honest, I've never really done much cooking, so I'm not quite sure what kind of eggs they are. They're just like, eggs.
They smell delicious, I must say, but I really do wish they were deviled eggs.
You will devil your own egg.
They look amazing. The fact that you would take time to prepare anything for this group is truly great. I appreciate it.
It's a nice bright pink, and that starts collecting dirty dishes. Leave.
Speaking of, and I'm gonna cock the fattest eyebrow at the stranger in the room.
She's not a stranger. She transformed on the hill or the mountain. You did have a nighttime conversation with her in this form.
Yes, but a stranger nonetheless.
Not a stranger nonetheless.
Was this the form that you took when we were looking for the bunk? Like after we got done and we
You were exhausted. I had just woken you up, and then for the rest of the night, I was you. So I don't really know how you took that.
right.
That's true.
Crawford may just also chalk that up to Crawford's been having a lot of fever dreams recently. I think.
Oh my goodness. But then she did travel in that form all the way down the mountain, so y'all know it's her. I told you it's her. It's not a surprise.
Okay. Sorry about that. Like the
It's just an accepted fact. It hasn't been questioned.
Yeah, Crawford's still having trouble coming to grips with that. You don't know how many.
Fern did indicate that she knew, but then ran away before finishing that conversation and has not said anything otherwise.
Crawford suspected a little bit, but he didn't realize the scope of it, I don't think.
So are there questions going to be asked, or?
About what?
Well, I like the eyes for sure. Is that strawberry blonde? I can't tell with the glint on the token. I can't tell.
I think it's white. If I remember, wait,
White for
actually,
Calesius.
bam.
Yeah.
White indeed.
Now that I know,
Ken
I
is
can do
going
it.
to look across at Calisius and very heavily
Actually, wasn't that
examine his
racist?
hair and try to match.
I think anytime Calesius rolls in that stat, he needs to put a silver in the jar.
I got to laugh. I got a legit laugh out of the DM. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah, no, that does get me every time.
we should make a breakfast one now, because I feel like that comes up.
I just have it as survival, but we can do like cooking, I guess, if you want.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll do it later.
We'll bank it out.
Yeah.
So Calisius, in spite of wanting devil's eggs and kind of like dismissing Evern's work, sits down and he starts eating.
Whoa.
And it's actually really good. His eyes pop open and he's like, "Damn, Evern. I've never been so wrong in my life. This is wonderful. Thank you." And he'll keep eating.
Welcome. Get with their plates. I'll go put them in the wash.
I'm gonna help. I'm done.
Good.
Nice guy.
Crawford didn't eat too much. He will definitely help.
Why aren't
Crawford,
you
Crawford.
eating?
He's
Crawford.
doing all right.
Are you gonna
should
finish
eat.
that?
I am not, but I am going to take the plate. So,
Sure. Can I finish it then? Let's not let anything go to waste.
yeah.
You can just put it on my plate and I'll finish it off, man.
What if we get a Harper mission today? You have to have a full stomach.
I mean, I don't need that much to eat. I already ate some. I'll be fine.
Not to
I would
mention,
think.
He has a
you
hard
still have
time
dirty
being
waffle.
enough being stealthy. You don't need to have him put on more weight.
I'm a slight man. I don't eat like 5 eggs. I had
I do.
the bard casting muscles.
Warren, are you eating?
Yeah, he's eating.
Breakfast is a pleasant surprise. You all finish up. You all clear your plates. You still need to report to the Blackstaff. You still
Oh, that's a thing, yeah.
Oh
need
shit!
to report to. I guess the Harpers. No, you don't really need to report to them.
I can tweet him.
Yeah, mission. Just tweet them. Mission complete. Had it eat.
I just always expect Crawford to have taken care of the Harper contacts.
Yeah, I mean,
He
I can
is
quite
technically the leader of the group.
well.
It is his
I
job.
have the most communication with the Harpers for sure.
Calisius would take offense at that.
What?
Calisius is the leader
God
of this
fucking
group.
shit.
God is talking shit. You damn
Kin would
right,
like
boy.
to take out her paper bird and write a note to Renair, completely in Elvish, telling him that they completed their mission. It went really well. I'm gonna have a pet play date with the Blackstaff. We're completely fine. We had no injuries. We're amazing. You should praise us and come bring us money.
Here. Real quick, just want to throw in last egg or whatever's not finished. We'll feed it to Blinks. Or I mean, sorry, Crawford Jr.
CJ.
Anymore, do you?
Sorry, I want to give him an egg.
Okay, you give him an egg. He gulps it down greedily. He seems to be a little more attached to Kin
It's okay.
today.
It's
You know,
group's dog.
she and the Pharaoh seem to be getting on along swimmingly. Which I actually don't know where Pharaoh is.
He's on the table.
Is he on the table? Did I miss him?
Oh,
Oh.
tiny.
Yes, I was clicked on you, and so he was being covered by his.
I thought that was the centerpiece. I totally did zoom in.
Calisius is still hungry, and he jams the fork into the lizard to eat it. No, I don't do that.
Buddy.
The lizard
Do
bites you and
not
does
Stab my serpent!
4d6 lightning damage.
Just
All right.
take a bunch of lightning damage over breakfast.
So, what are y'all doing? We've got the paper birds sent out.
Should we talk to the Blackstaff? I feel like she's more important to report to.
Yes.
I agree with you completely.
You were told
Do we
to
still have the
report back.
sending stone?
You do. Vern has it.
Yes. did send one message saying that we completed the task, but I think we owe her like a real like actual details and stuff like that.
Well, yeah,
I wanna-
she
We
told
should go
you.
see her in person.
She did tell you to
Her
return to
and
her after
Alagon
you're
can
done.
have be friends. We're having a really good morning.
Oh, you remembered his name. Poor Effie.
I write things down.
All right, so you head to the Blackstaff, is what I'm getting from this conversation. All right.
Yes.
Heading back to the Castle Ward. Ooh, I can actually use you as. I mean, not that you'll actually see him, but heading back to Castle Ward, you go down to, I forgot the name of the street, but you know what the street's called because you've been there before.
Is it Sword Street?
Yeah, I think it was Sword Street. You come to the Black Tower. The gates on the front open to you. You approach where the door opened up before, and it is slowly opening, allowing you entry. You climb up the familiar staircase to a familiar den. On the fire's lit in the fireplace. The table is covered with tea set. Surprisingly, down a cup, but tea is ready for you. From above, you hear, "I'll be with you in a minute."
Can I
Take your time.
retroactively say that I kept the teacup at the house?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're not
supposed
going
to
to
be-
return with it to the scene of the crime.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a map for this one, or are we playing imagination?
Imagination. I'm going to be real with y'all. I haven't had much time to work on it this week, as I've been with my family almost 24/7.
No worries. Everything good?
Yeah, no, I'm just hanging out with them.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I haven't been home much. I've actually stayed over at my parents' house more times than I have the entire year.
Oh,
It's the holiday season.
Pretty much, yeah.
spend time with your family.
Yeah. Was that like a depressed as in you don't, or?
No, I was just while I was speaking, I was inhaling air, and then
Okay.
when I stopped speaking,
I was about to say, Gus, you need a.
I
You
wish
need a
I
hug.
had family. No, I'm good.
Do you need a hug? I can
We
give
could all
you a
use a
hug.
hug.
Passing around teacups full of tea. Everyone's drinking tea this morning.
Everyone except for one
Very-
person. Y'all can choose who's not.
I'm okay without.
What, really?
If
The
you
Blackstaff's tea. You don't want to be disrespectful.
I'm not being disrespectful. There's a shorter cup. To be honest, I think it's a little bit disrespectful to put a tea service without a full tea service, but I'm sorry.
This
Very
just looks
lovely
like
friend
a
from
cup.
the table first.
Hands this cup over. You can have mine.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. And he just starts drinking from it.
Tap it.
He tried.
a few moments of bickering over who's drinking the tea pass, you hear the familiar knock of a cane as the stairs slowly protrude from the wall. Before you stands the Blackstaff. She's like, "It's good to see you all back.
We survived.
Clearly, and I'm very glad for it." Around her neck is, in fact, Alagon.
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 That's what I have.
Yeah, Alagon. My mind went to Aragorn for a second, and like the middle of it, I was like, "That's not right."
She's carrying around a Ranger of the North.
Viggo Mortensen, for some reason, on her shoulders.
I get that
For real
reference.
time.
Like a
Um,
kid at a
I'm
soccer
actually
game.
curious how many other people got that reference.
I
what
did not.
the actor who played Aragorn?
Oh no, I thought that was a different reference. I missed your reference.
What was what reference do you think I was making? Oh,
Ghostbusters 2?
Wait, what?
no, it's not.
The
I
main
wouldn't-
bad guy in that was also Vigo.
Viggo. I did not make that reference. No, I made a nerdier reference. One would argue.
Or Ghostbusters 2.
Roll for it.
So we talked with Halam. There was a whole bunch of things that happened. There may or may not be an escaped bandit who sucks. Yeah.
There was indeed an escaped bandit who sucks.
Yes, I heard.
Oh,
We
he-
sent
he
out.
worked with those guards, so I don't know how much he sucks exactly.
He seemed
Well,
pretty.
he sucks for us. He's pretty, good at what he does.
He's talented, but he's a bit of an asshole.
Can I? Wait.
You know him.
No, I'm just assuming off of him killing 3 gods on his way down the mountain.
I was gonna.
Right,
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
I was gonna
Well,
roll
guards that
when.
Well, it was going to be him or the gods.
Regardless, Halam is fine. He's not dead. He's just a dickhead.
Yes, I too have had my run-ins with him. Did he have a special charm on him by chance? One that blocked me from communicating?
I believe so.
Ah,
Um,
bastard.
Well, he was a little bit ornery, to tell you the truth. Didn't really like being interrupted, and
Yes,
that's probably
yes.
why he wasn't responding. But also, I mean, in addition to the guards that were killed on the way down, of course, when we got up there, all the guards were dead as well.
So I've heard. I've already sent condolences to the families. What else was I going to say? My brain went blank.
Can I
Alagom,
roll insight?
distraction.
Here's some tea.
When
Oh,
we said that one of the bandits escaped, I want to see if I could make any tangible change in her expression when we said that.
Yeah, sure. Roll insight.
Oh, starting off strong.
All right.
11.
11. I mean, she had a pang of, I don't want to say regret, a little annoyance, I would say. Not necessarily at your group, but the fact that this man got away and they were unable to track him down. But yes, a very, very good, a very good job done. Despite a few hiccups. Then again, I had no idea what I was sending in you up to. So
We also killed the manticore.
I heard, yes, the guards messaged down when they arrived, or after they passed the body. It was a gruesome scene, from what I understand.
I believe that that manticore would have killed many, many more of your guards. And we deserve a bonus for ridding you of that creature.
I
It was lovely.
do not worry. I factored that in with my payment once.
Can I check if she has factored that in?
You want to roll an insight?
I mean, we didn't know if we asked
me.
her what we were getting paid for this, so
That's true. No one asked. You just assumed it's the Blackstaff. You don't get anything off her. She's a stone cold killer, man.
All right. I trust you. You're a good person.
Yes, I factored that as well as other events in when I came to the payment, which, if you would like, I can go fetch right now.
What is the payment?
Gold.
Please
But
smile.
Miss Tesper, if you would return the stone to me, please.
yes. And everyone hands over the sending stone happily.
Thank you very much. Was there a message from Hilam, or was he just an asshole?
Don't believe.
Evil's
he gave any
twin.
message.
Something about winter. I don't
No,
remember.
I honestly think he just spouted gibberish at us.
Yeah, he seems a little bit too prophetic for his own good.
Yes, his messages can often be cryptic, but are also very accurate.
It seems some evil is lying in wait and is probably going to make a move before.
Before the end of winter?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Not very.
Essentially, when the things start sprouting, we should head for the hills. Yay, yay.
Does that have any meaning to you?
Evil's twin. I'm not sure. I've never. There's a lot of evil things in this world. The fact that it's a twin doesn't really help. Do you perhaps have any insight on the matter?
Yeah.
I am all ears.
Are we supposed to tell her?
Well, that vision or message came when we were inquiring about a man named Manchun.
And his crony.
Yeah. Which is
Shoni.
For a moment, all of you see her face turn hard as stone, but then the neutral expression pops back on. I'm sorry. What was the name you were speaking of?
Manchun.
He has some relation. He's leader of some Zent faction.
How did you learn of this name?
Wow.
Five.
I got a plus.
Help them
Ooh,
lock.
an
Right.
even
Yeah,
advantage.
we're kind of all over
Okay.
the place.
Okay, fair enough.
14 plus 21.
9 plus 10.
Well, whoever your sources are, have dug into an old wound. I did not know Manchun had revealed his face again.
What is a Manchun?
He's a bastard wizard. I
What did he
Oh,
do
swore,
to
he's a
you?
wizard. That's new.
I
Didn't know that.
swore he was dead, but apparently
What?
I'm not as good as I thought I was.
Yeah, you're being kind of cryptic.
You killed him.
Yes, after he killed my husband.
Oh.
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 This story like dawning on Evan. Did she hear this gossip somewhere?
What did your
Well, I
husband
mean-
do to get killed?
You can roll a history check if you want. My husband did nothing to get killed. Manchun was an arrogant. There was a bunch of stories about what happened to her husband, none of which seemed to hold much water to you. Manchun was a vain, ambitious sort who sought the power of the Blackstaff for himself. He killed my husband, attempted to kill me, had Renar and the fuck's Maloon not come to my aid, he would very well have succeeded. Luckily, thanks to them, I was able to turn the tide, and I thought slay him. It appears he's much like a cockroach, hard to get rid
Guess
of.
you didn't hard enough.
You have a twin.
See, he had no siblings to speak of that I knew of. I'm going to have to study into this. You see her kind of turn away for a moment, do a quick sign in the sky, quietly say something. If any of you would like to hear, you have to roll a perception check, but
I'm definitely going to try. Plus 3.
15, 18.
Eavesdropping.
Crawford, man, I thought your luck, I didn't know your luck was this bad, man. You were not lying.
That's how we knew you weren't playing at the Christmas game.
Yeah, Crawford actually did
I was
some stuff.
much better.
Warren, you're able to pick up pieces, mostly mobilize, hunt him down, that sort of thing. Can you pick up the whole sentence? She's sending a message through sending as she contacted Vern. Basically, she's saying, mobilize the Force Grey. I want them sweeping every street, every city. If we have to go into the sewers, we will do so.
Felicius will do a message into her brain.
Can he?
its message.
Okay. Thought you were trying to say he's going to do the same thing that Saint Odysseus does. Like, I don't think he can do
I'm
that.
gonna say how.
It's amazing.
I'll display it so everyone can see. And I
Message.
say-
I know what message is. You just have to do it.
I point at her and I say, "So how about our payment?"
Oh my god.
For a moment,
Getting information here.
you don't need to roll an insight check to see the just blood curdling rage she has on her face, but I will handle your payment in a moment. Please give me a moment. She sends another message using the same perception, so I'm just going to say, Renard, we must meet. I have things I need to discuss with you. Same place, same time. She then turns back to you. As for your payment, a moment, please. She walks up the stairs. By now, the little whole show of it, the stairs disappearing back into the wall as she ascends and then coming back as she descends, is kind of worn a bit, but
Question.
answer.
When did Manchun kill the last Blackstaff? How long has this Blackstaff been a Blackstaff?
Needs to
It's
have
the 7th one. I just don't know when or how long that's been true.
was murdered, and he was murdered in 1479 DR. I don't remember what exactly the year is now, but it's something around there. So she's been Blackstaff for a while, if I remember correctly. I think it's like 20.
10 years-ish?
I think it's like 10, 20 years.
What was the other name that was mentioned? That's Saver other than
Maloon, which obviously
Loon.
Vajra, Maloon War Dragon. You know who that is.
Okay.
It's my contact at the Yawning Portal.
Mm-hmm. Rival Wizard. Yeah, that's all I get. I only got 1479. I think it's
Crawford.
92, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, yes, Khaleesi's, what's up?
Khaleesi's kind of looks around a little confused. How much do you think she's going to pay us?
Yes, it's 92. So she's been Blackstaff for about 13 years.
I honestly have no idea.
Whatever it is, we should try getting more.
We should not.
As you
Talk to
whisper that, she descends the stairs. She heads over to Avern, hands her a pouch of gold, or platinum, because platinum's easier to count. There's only 6 platinum pieces in there.
6 platinum pieces?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, only.
Avern doesn't open the bag to count, by the way.
Okay. There are 6 platinum pieces in there.
Khaleesi gets flustered and impatient that Avern isn't counting.
You've done what? Yes, Kin.
So you seem to be a well of information. I really wanted to know your we had a run-in in the sewers a while ago, and it was really I just wanted to know if such dangers were really common and why they haven't been dealt with.
You mean the sewers, as in I'm not familiar with what you're talking about.
Oh, there were some gazers?
Cases. You ran into some of the Xanathar.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And a brain creature that was running around, and something else that I didn't quite get to see that ran off. I was wondering if that's a common thing.
The Xanathar Guild is rather active. We do what we can to combat them, but they're like rats. They appear seemingly out of nowhere and then disappear back into the sewers. The sewer system itself is vast and has many twists and turns. I don't think it's ever fully been mapped out. Locating them is nigh impossible if they do not wish to be found. Not to mention, it seems they have a very adept magician of some sorts. From what I've understood, they've stumbled across some portal technology.
All technology.
I'm sorry.
Might be a
What did someone said something and I didn't hear it?
cavern.
Oh,
Thing portal technology?
the cake is a lie. Yes. Yes, but unfortunately, finding them is proving to be a very difficult task. Even with all the Force Grey, which unfortunately has dwindled in recent years, and the City Guard, the sewer system is just so vast that they can easily find a corner to hide in, and we may never find them.
You said sewers is not completely mapped out.
Yes.
Was it not? Is it not a built?
It was. As it was being built, they didn't really care too much about record keeping. Some was lost to time.
Oh,
Some
see.
in the raids of the earlier years of Waterdeep.
Cletus points at Evern and says to her, "Hey, can I get my share?"
Does
Just fucking wait till we're outside, Jesus.
this
The
town-
light.
You know how much we made so that I can try
Ugh.
bargaining for a little more. We have to get
I'm
this
sorry
thing.
that we didn't come to you sooner. It was quite tiring after the mission.
I understand.
I'm sure you're very busy and have things to get back to, especially so early in the morning. So we will get out of your hair.
Of course. Thank you very much. You performed admirably. I will say so much to Renan when I meet with him later.
Do you have
I may
any other
have-
job?
Not currently, but I may have use for you in the future.
Do you know
We're
anyone who
always
might?
happy to help.
We need
I'm
the
glad to
money.
hear.
Trying to
I'm
get this
quickly
check.
trying to usher
so
Calisius
hard.
out the door.
Yeah, I hope that we've proven our competency in the future. If something similar comes up, that you would come to us first.
Yes. But Crawford, before you leave, watch your sticky fingers, please.
Crawford will say, "Fair enough. Putting it to good use, I assure you."
I hope so. It takes a lot of gall to rob from the Blackstaff.
We're so sorry about that.
Oh, you knew, Miss Tesper.
I-
I
I
assumed
saw the
he had
teacup.
told you-
No, I just saw the teacup when we got back, and I realized I recognized it. And then there was one missing from the set today. I put two and two together.
Crawford, you're a thief.
That I don't believe.
Crawford shrugged.
Automatic fail for deception.
Yeah. If you can point us in the direction of where we could acquire our own sending stones, I would happily return the dining piece.
It's kind of odd to rob from someone and then demand they give you something else of more value, but
Well, I would pay for the. It's simply I would be paying for the sending stones, of course, with the.
well, you've already paid for the cup, so
Oh,
anyway. Unfortunately, finding magical items such as that are pretty difficult. It's why I asked it to be returned rather than just letting you keep it. Should you have any need of it, I don't mind loaning them out. But as for finding them, maybe one of the markets you would have to look. I don't really leave this house much, to be honest.
Do you need the company? I can give
I
you
assure you,
company.
I'm fine on company. But thank you. Anyway, I have much work to do, if you would mind. And then she heads back up the stairs after waving goodbye.
I take two
Everyone
cups.
does a hasty bow and then turns around at the others, and it's just like, Crazy. You stole a fucking teacup from her.
Yeah. I definitely took it.
And you, and she rounds on his ears and is just like, that there's someone without money. Don't you know it's class to talk about such affairs?
It's literally not crass to see how much you get paid.
You
Where
could
do
have just
you
asked.
you
Don't
just do
check
like
that
you just
somebody.
work for the homeless all the time where you just don't expect to be paid?
If we portray ourselves as
We got paid.
gods, then we'll
Everyone
How much-
has the.
Fine.
every year.
Kid, how much money is in the bag?
Where are
Well,
we?
I
right now?
trust Ever
What
to
is
know
this
what
copper in
weight of
there?
money is.
What is there 6 copper in there?
Then it's 6 copper, and it's what we deserve.
Theseus, you don't realize if I were to question the amount of gold she gave us in front of her, it would impugn her honor.
But here's the thing. Out of
It
everyone
would
here,
impugn mine, and I would
I
do
have
it.
the gift of gab. I can talk to people and get us more. If
Yes, you can convince people to pay more than what our job was worth. It's
I
really not important.
not see how I treat Dylan, Dante.
You don't even know his name.
At least you got
Speaking of that,
He's retired
speaking
now.
of that,
Yeah.
you owe him, by the way, since we're speaking of this, new rickshaw. You and your orders, it was under your orders that he was forced to climb up that fucking mountain with you and then lost almost his life.
It was under his skills that he failed to get me up to the top of the mountain.
Up to this point,
We
we've
told
proven
you.
ourselves as competent. Why don't we walk and talk? We should probably check in anyways.
What are you trying to steal?
I'm trying to take the bag from Ever while
Oh.
she's
Oh, I handed
lecturing
over.
Theseus.
I don't notice. You can
I
have
get-
it.
As she's yelling at Calisius, you just see her stick the bag out and you just take it.
Yeah.
Can I at least get my share?
I'm gonna sneakily just give everyone their coin and then keep the
Let's see if
extra
I get
coin
your
for
share.
myself.
You each get a platinum.
One
Uh,
2 gold.
It's 6, and there's there's only 5 of you.
Yeah.
I
I-
had 6. Too late now.
Okay, so yeah, just split it however it's meant to be split.
I said I was keeping the extra.
Oh, okay, there you go. She gets the extra.
Does Khaleesi see this?
You don't know how much is in the bag,
Okay.
but I mean, you can roll perception if you want.
Come on, something decent.
12. I mean,
Yeah,
you
you see
see,
it.
yeah, no, she's not really hiding it. You see that there's something else in the, there's at least one coin in the bag that could be another.
I say that better go towards the tavern. And I greedily play with my 1 platinum.
yes.
Everyone's still lecturing you. I just shrug behind her.
Yeah,
I think
100% still lecturing.
I think everyone just has
Are
like
we leaving? We're not doing this like literally in her parlor, are we?
you are doing this
No,
in
we're
her,
outside.
in her den. Buy the key, the empty the teacup you stole, where it would sit. That is where you're doing this currently.
Wait, for real? For real?
No,
Oh.
as hilarious as that would be, no. It's on the map.
Don't want to be embarrassed.
We're competent. We've done the thing. Proceeds to argue for 10 minutes in her
Oh
parlor.
no, this is the.
The
This is the
point I am making, Everett, is that at some point we do have to barter and bargain for a better deal for us. Most people
Right, but
aren't like you.
why is you
Fair and by the book. They try to take advantage of each other. This is Waterdeep.
and we're not those people.
It sounds like you're projecting.
I
refuse
agree
to
with.
be that
I
kind of
agree with.
person.
I'm not projecting. I am a product of my environment.
And you, and let me tell you, a lot of the good, honest people who work here in Waterdeep do not deserve to be conned by the likes of us.
It's not con to say give us 1 more platinum for killing a manticore.
It
You
was
got 5
helping people.
platinum.
You know, I don't even know if we needed to get paid, to be quite honest.
We
And yes, we need money for the tavern, but also, I mean, we're just doing good. We were defending ourselves
And you
even.
can't- But the thing is, and if you're going to be honest, you cannot speak for what's important to me, and you cannot speak for what's important to the rest of the crew. To me,
You
I
can
pay
click on
you
that for the
to
aesthetics.
pay, you have to respect that. You cannot push me out of the way when I request something that is important to me. And I will leave it at that.
Okay, go ahead and say that next time. Don't control your mouth, unfortunately.
There are times to not simply accept what is given. I don't believe that was one of those times, but I mean, he brings up a fair point. And besides, we still have a decent amount of coin from the failed persuasion efforts of the Zentarum.
Yeah, you are right, Crawford. We are doing better than we have in some time.
So, we agree to disagree. I have a proposal, which may go down terribly, but I'm incredibly curious.
Okay.
So,
Was that to the
the
group
rest
or
of
was
you
that to
heard
me?
the Blackstaff message, right? Right?
I
I
heard part of it.
did not hear any of it.
Okay.
I think
I don't think I heard any of
Easy
it.
arguing with Everett in her head.
So, walk and talk.
Okay.
Um,
Before we do that, where are we headed? Spectral score?
I don't know.
Portal,
Yawning Portal? Gotcha.
right?
Beer place. I want to see what's happening with my beer.
It's only been a couple days. Like, it's not, your beer's nowhere near done, man.
Okay, thank you for saving us time, DM.
We don't have Amazon Prime. It's just not happening.
It's more like it has to brew first, but yeah, the two.
Question: how long have we been back?
And the city?
Yeah, from going up the mountain.
Not even like a day. Like you went home, went to
night.
sleep, and then
we
you
had
got
a
up.
sleepover.
Okay.
Been like 8 hours.
Since the mountain, you would have gotten home
Yeah.
around like midday. So it'd been probably about like 12 hours, something around there. More than that, about 16. It's morning
Everett,
now.
since you mentioned it, how do you think Dante is doing?
Probably terribly. He's probably got a sprained ankle or something.
We should
You want to
check.
come and check up with me?
I think that's a great idea. Do you know where he lives?
I think he lives on Slut Street.
Dante does not live on Slut Street.
Oh. Clissy's does not even know where he lives. DM, where does he live?
Ah, God, dude, I don't fucking know. South Ward, maybe?
He lives in the D31 South Ward.
You guessed first correctly. The first time correctly. You just didn't want to admit it.
He actually, he is a slut on Slut Street.
He's
He,
the
he
mayor.
saved him from a life of prostitution.
He used to be a midnight cowboy. I'm sorry. Oh man,
So,
I love that.
yeah, we can go to Dante's while I talk about my very bad, terrible idea.
Okay. You,
Before I leave,
I'm sorry.
I would like to listen to this idea before I leave.
Where were you leaving?
For Dante's.
Oh, well, you guys are all heading towards the Yawning Portal
I'm going.
first, and then I guess you can head to the South Ward, which is where you believe Dante lives. Okay. So what?
Oh, is Blink's coming with us? I mean, CJ?
Did you bring him?
I would like to.
Then yes. And CJ is with y'all on the map.
Good job.
I wish I made a prison I could just dump somebody in.
What?
Just think it out loud, guys.
Timeout cube. What are you
Timeout
talking
cube.
about?
Crawford, you stole a teacup, you son of a bitch.
How did she notice? Well,
How did she notice that when a group of people, one of which she knows is a known thief, walked out of her house and one of her teacups was missing? I wonder.
oh,
Crawford, what were you going to do with that?
It's almost like she cleaned up.
I don't think that she needed it.
I wonder how much she charged us for the fucking teacup.
Yeah.
You don't want to know.
Okay.
Or platinum, you know.
Or platinum, yeah. For dishonesty and
Well, my personal coin purse really isn't doing me much good. I wouldn't mind putting it to,
Instantly,
noble
Kim,
causes and the bar.
I don't know if you remember, but you do have a considerable more amount of gold.
We have
I
120
And
have more
gems.
gold?
green gems.
You have 10 gems valued at 20
Oh,
gold apiece.
that-
You
Oh,
have
everyone has 10 gems? I thought that was part of the pot and Crawford had that.
I think that I have.
Oh,
that.
I thought does Crawford have that?
I
Okay.
have
Somebody
it. I mean, everyone's aware of it. I'm not
yes,
going to.
somebody has
Everyone's aware
that.
of it,
Somebody
but we're not
has
all-
somebody has the 100 gold and drow poison from Tarek, and somebody has the 50 gold of amethyst and the wand of magic missiles, which we know.
I have the wand of magic
Um,
missiles.
I didn't write any of that down because I don't have.
I got the 50
I-
gold. I got the 50 gold of amethyst, and I distributed the 100 gold.
Yeah, I
So
think yeah, you were the one who investigated the bodies.
Yeah, that's so that
uh
should be 20 gold for anybody who didn't add that.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know if I added that or not, so I'm going to say I didn't.
I
And
didn't.
then the gems as well. Well, do you have how much gold do you have?
I have 24 now.
I have 26 now.
That sounds right.
Yeah, yeah, that's
I
okay.
definitely had added mine.
Okay.
And then we had 10 crystals worth 20 gold piece each.
Yes, 10 agates.
Crawford has those.
I have
I,
those,
I guess.
but I
Yes.
would be happy to give them out. Do we want to divvy them?
Sure.
Everyone get.
So if we... So
value
then it's
20.
2 gold for the agates and 10 for the amethysts and 20 for Tarek gold.
I think the. Did you say 2 gold for the agates or 20 gold for the agates?
I said 2 because we have 10 gold in agates,
No,
right?
no. You have 10 agates worth 20 gold.
Each, so.
Oh, okay.
200.
Yes.
Equipment.
40 to each, 200 total.
8.
Okay. So that's an additional 50 gold for everybody.
Ooh.
And an amethyst.
Oh, amethyst too.
Yeah.
Oh, once we sell that.
Which again, those could be used as material components, or they can use in trade. Either way.
Wet waffle times 1. I don't think I have that anymore.
I mean, you never said you threw it away.
So how much more should I add?
Put it into everyone's pocket.
Let's see. That
I
was
do have a wet waffle in my pocket.
50 in gems, 20 in gold, if I'm not mistaken.
So
Yeah.
the 20 in gold came from Warren, right?
yes.
Yep.
And then who kept Warren? You kept the amethyst, right?
I had the amethyst, but if we're divvying everything up, he's gonna follow suit.
Okay.
Amethyst, we each have 1, and those are worth 10 apiece.
Yes.
Hmm.
And then the agates are each worth 20, and there's 10 of those, so that'd be 2 apiece, which would be 20 gold.
So can I get like a final total number? Because I'm confused.
We haven't sold them yet, but
Okay, so that's 30 plus, so it's 50 gold, right? Roughly. And then plus the 10 platinum makes it 60.
Wait. 50. Hold on.
50 each.
See?
70 total.
50 golden gems, then
20 in
30
gold.
in gold.
No, 20 in gold.
20 gold.
Well, 20 gold plus 1 platinum per.
oh, right.
Okay, so I should be at okay.
And then 10 gold piece worth of amethyst and 40 gold pieces worth of agate each.
So another 50.
Yes.
Yep.
Once we get those cashed out.
Not another 50. That was from the gems, right?
The gems are worth 50, and then we got 50 gold. Or wait, no,
30
30 gold.
I will write it down for y'all.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay.
Crawford drops all his money on the ground. Oh,
It's too much
I
money.
never learned to count. No, I'm kidding.
much higher than how many fingers I have.
Please just picks up as much of it as he can and runs.
It came early.
Plot point.
Christmas game twice.
How many guard uniforms did we steal?
Just one.
One?
Um,
Okay, and Crawford had that.
Crawford has that.
uniform.
So 40, then 50. So that's
Money's fun, guys.
10,
Math is fun.
Fake money's the only reason I play this game. I can't live like this in real life.
50, 70, and then plus another 10. So it's 80 overall for each person.
I believe you.
Okay.
And a vial of
more
drought.
money than I thought.
Someone has a vial of drought poison as well. I think Calisius took that, but I'm not sure.
Vital what?
Drought poison.
Dark
Rolling in dough.
poison.
Yeah.
Can you also have an additional platinum? So another.
How do I spell that?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
I'm
spell it.
fucking
DROW.
Yeah, you got it.
DROD.
OW.
ROW.
Draw poison.
Drought.
Ow.
It's draw.
As
With,
in dark elf.
yeah.
Yes.
I had it. What's it do?
I
No
don't
idea.
remember.
Makes you feel bad.
Is this thing?
Poison.
Whatever drought. Yes. If that's what you clicked on, then yes.
Okay. What is this? Is it a weapon?
You have to dip something in it, and then you can use it, or you can pour it in someone's food, or
They applied
is-
to weapons, ammo, trap components, and other objects that deal piercing or slashing damage. Remains potent until delivered through a wound or washed off.
Where did I get this?
you got that from Tarek.
Got it. And I also have
Or
my
it gave
stink
to you.
bomb, right? What's
Yeah,
happening
what?
with my stink bomb?
Your what?
My stink bomb.
Stink.
In your room?
Oh
it's
yeah.
in the
I mean,
room.
it's
Right, cool.
it's still in there, and it still smells.
Perfect.
What?
Remember, he bought the
Flowers for it.
Oh, your flower.
Please just makes us all count out our gold before he goes off to Dante.
Stink flower.
Please, he's
All
gonna
right.
change his mind about going to Dante when he has this much money.
You have divvied the money. Where are we going here?
We're gonna go
Ken
sell
had
our
something
stuff so we can get the gold.
Oh yes.
I had something to propose, so.
So as you are walking to either the Yawning Portal or the Southern Ward, Kin says,
So, the Blackstaff sent a message to mobilize Force Grey and hunt down Manchun in every city wherever they could, even in the sewers if they had to. Now, that stood out to me a little bit because we've been to the sewers and it was a really bad time to have both of you fall and then have to revive you with medicine. It was bad. Okay?
Huh?
It was bad.
For that.
Huh, yeah.
So,
There's a reason for that.
So, while we were down there, like, we saw a room. It was a weird room. I didn't know how to solve it. I didn't understand it. It was a strange thing with pillars and a thing on the floor.
Did you
So-
hear anybody in that room?
No, because I am stupid.
DM, did you hear anybody in that room? Because I feel like
"No, I don't remember."
like-
Someone did hear goblins, but y'all decided not to leave.
yeah,
or
because she
to
was
leave
like,
alone.
wait for Khaleesi's to wake up because we don't like how he likes to kill people, and then nobody went in. We just
Yeah.
like left a bunch of people slaves down there for like a few months. Oh boy.
We weren't
Oh, they're like
in
two
addition to.
From what?
eating goblins. That small room that we didn't go into.
Yes.
Okay.
So, the sewer seemed like a really bad place from my memory. And then I asked the Blackstaff what information she had because, you know, she was real helpful with talking about Manchun. And they apparently have access to some weird portal technology and a magician, and we got shot with magic beams. So, maybe we go back to the weird room with the pillars and the stuff, and maybe it's a portal?
Oh, which faction were we fighting when we were doing that? I was not clear.
Xanathar.
Xanathars, but the Zentarum are the ones who are aligned with Maloon, right?
Is that Evil's twin?
No,
Or-
Manchun.
Maloon's a good guy.
Yeah.
Maloon's not a good guy.
No, Maloon's a good guy. Manshun is the bad guy.
Manshun, thank you. Sorry, Maloon is my friend. I remember
Yes.
that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're a
Oh,
good.
You're still a friend.
Yeah, you
So-
talked to him once. What a friend.
That's
Are
a that's a
are
good point. I wouldn't mind going.
Are we suggesting that they might be working together?
I think what she's suggesting is we go back into those god awful sewers.
I don't think that they're working together. I think that maybe Evil's twin, but also Manshun.
All of our intel says that Xanathar and Zents have been fighting for a long time,
Yeah.
haven't they?
Yes.
Didn't Manshun have someone that he was competing against within the Zentarum gang?
Yes.
Is
Yeah,
that,
Davil Star
Davil?
Song.
what's his name?
Davil Star
Davil?
Song. He's a piece of shit.
Davil.
But better than Manshun, I think.
You barely know the guy.
Yeah, barely.
Just a
Hey,
drunk,
Yagra spoke for Davil, okay? So
dude who hit on you and you hate him.
Yeah.
I thought that was a different dude. I thought that was
No.
a Xanathar guy.
No, that's
Nope.
Davil.
Oh, okay.
He's Manshun's equal in the Zentarum ranks.
So what's
Equal's a strong word.
what do we know about this organization? What's so Manchun and this Star Song person? They're
They're part of the Zentarum.
okay. Do they have are they at the top or is there?
Do you
They are the head of the Zentarum split two
do,
different
do,
factions.
do you want DM to tell?
Yes.
Okay.
You want DM to tell?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Do you want DM to
To
tell?
review.
To review. Davil Song is the leader of the Doom Raiders, who is a faction within the Zentarum. For the most part, they've been the leading faction for a while. They're mainly more mercenaries than thugs. Like they don't mind getting their hands dirty, but they don't go out of the way to be cruel bastards. Manshun is the leader of the other side. I forgot what their name is, but they're the ones who normally dressed in black are normally more shady characters who rob, cheat, and steal, kill
Don't you
indiscriminately.
kidnapped Renair?
They are the ones
Yeah.
who kidnapped Renair originally.
Yep.
Renair and Flu.
Manshun's lieutenant that we were supposed to kind of keep a passive eye out for.
Floxen.
Uxil Floxen.
Yes.
He was the dickhead noble, right? Who was yelling at the watch.
No, the
No.
Dickel noble is Orlon Gralhund.
Well, hold on.
Oh, he was the noble.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Lieutenant
you
Guard
don't know
Manshun.
anything about this Urstel.
Can you repeat the name of the noble that we found in the Waterdeep Internal Affairs office?
The dickhead?
Yeah.
That was Gralhund. Orlund Gralhund.
Gralhund, and he was the one that may be connected with Davil, because from I believe what I was able to glean, and Evern maybe as well, is that he dealt with arms, and I think mercenary work as well.
Yes. Whether or not he has any ties to Davil, you don't know. But he does deal in arms, which a gang would probably want. So it's possible.
Okay, so to retrace our steps here. So our goals right now. So we still need to find Floxen.
You still, yeah?
Yes.
Well, keep
Okay.
an eye out for him, not necessarily find him.
Okay. That was the favor that Yagra and Renair.
No, that was
Three
three
fingers.
strings.
3 strings,
Strings.
yeah.
Now three
Okay.
fingers because that's a cooler name.
3 fingers.
My fingers are gone. What happened?
This is a sharp loot. And just to
Razor wire.
review, Floxen didn't really have, because I know that we were trying to get information about like what he looked like. Wasn't he like just a human?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Human, black hair. I think it was black hair. I actually have to pull him back up. It's
Human,
been a while. It's
black
been
hair.
a few months.
But no distinguishing marks besides that he's probably wearing black. And then the tattoo thing. The tattoos are more openly worn by.
Manchun.
By
Oh,
Manchin's followers.
okay.
No. The Doom Raiders wear them as kind of regalia, like they're on their uniforms or whatever they're wearing. They have the serpent, whereas Manchun they wear it more as tattoos so they can hide them easier.
Cool.
Is Taylor's foundry shop.
Where's the fox? Where's what?
What is Thalar's foundry shop?
I would assume.
I wrote it down in relation to the Growlhound guy.
I think that's the name of their shop, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me.
Okay. That's in the northward. Wow.
Yes. North Ward.
What's the word?
Cool. So we can always check there to get more info on him.
Foundry shop in Northward.
So we're not gonna go check out the weird thing that might be a portal.
I think there's a bunch of stuff that we need to check out. I would be kind of down for any of those. At this point.
I would be down for the portal.
Yawning Portal or the possible portal in the weird sewer?
The
The weird
literal
one.
Both important.
The weird one.
Well,
I have some revenge to dish out.
does anyone else remember where we entered that sewer? Because
The closest place was the what was it? DM, what was the
The fish.
The spouting fish.
the spouting fish? We go there and we in the back in the kitchen. There's a sewer that takes us right in front of the area that we killed that guy in.
Alternatively, we can also go to the sewer entrance that has. I think there was some kind of mechanism that we were able to like lower Warren into. I'm not sure how unique those structures are, but
They're not unique, but they are pretty spaced out. It's a way. It's basically a maintenance shaft, so they can move equipment down into the sewers in case they need to repair something.
right.
Can Warren get down through the kitchen?
No,
Probably not.
that was way too small for him. Well, not way too small, but it would take an act.
It would be comical.
It would be comical.
Does anyone feel like doing some comedy?
Apparently, you're supposed to do so at your house.
I need access to your kitchen.
How do I want to handle this?
Warren, sleight of hand your way down there.
As DM, I will tell you that the base you're thinking of is that of the Zentarum. It does, or not the Zentarum, the Xanathars. It has nothing to do with Zentarum, Urstil, or anything pertaining to the current investigation.
No, it does not.
Yes.
That is not why I want to go at all.
Do you want to go just to see if I kept the map? Because I can tell you I didn't.
Oh no, I want to
Time
just
for a new
go
map.
and deal with a puzzle, and maybe or maybe not, it's a portal, and yeah.
You tie it back in. That's
You
what-
investigated it pretty thoroughly when you went there the first time. It was, in fact, a portal. But you needed some kind of key or something to activate it, or else it wouldn't take you there.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, you did discover all that.
I don't know. I didn't write it down.
That
if
was
it
months ago.
That was a while ago.
Basically, the only reason you didn't go in was Calisius. I remember that specifically.
No, you didn't.
Both
The
of us
reason
were badly hurt.
Oh, we're down.
we were all pretty fucked up.
you beat up. You didn't go in because or you didn't go in to fight the goblins. The goblins were the only thing you didn't do.
Yeah. We could hear them snoring.
Yeah.
So
There was no way for y'all to. The only way y'all would have been able to activate things if you stopped the creature that was leaving, but that creature would have killed the fuck out of you.
yeah.
A bunch of level 1s for some mind flayer. That's a fun fight.
That would have been
Yeah.
So, just so I'm clear, Pyre, are you
Okay.
saying we shouldn't go there?
I'm saying do whatever you feel like doing, but as it pertains to this case, there is no connection.
There's no point in going.
Yes. But if you want to go, I mean, you can. I don't have the thing. Actually, I do have the thing, just not as detailed as it was.
Okay, let's see. We can go to the Yawning Portal. I kind of want to talk to Maloon and see, like, if he can give us any more tea on Vajra and
Okay.
whatever went down between her and Manchun.
Okay.
There's also, we can go to the sewers. We can go to the foundry shop and check out more about Growlhound, or we can try to find Floxen, but I have no idea how the fuck we go about that. Also, kind of would be curious to sit in the meeting between Renair and the Blackstaff somehow.
A little bit, yeah. We need to know what the place is, though, and the
Yeah.
time.
That's also true.
And I guess I could hang around out here and maybe see when she leaves, but I don't know if I could. I mean, she's magic, so.
I unfortunately cannot scribe.
I feel like if we're trying to stalk people, Radir is probably the easier target. Oddly enough.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, he might actually be at the Yawning Portal, right?
He is a
There we go.
frequenter.
There's a
And y'all's bar isn't open yet, so yeah, it's entirely possible.
Okay.
I'm thinking Yawning Portal.
Yawning Portal.
Talk to Maloon, and we can look for Rainier.
I think Maloon might be a good idea.
Oh, that's the old kid.
And Blackstaff said she needed to speak with Rainier. That's what you were able to glean from her when we were in her quarters.
Oh yeah, she definitely said we need to speak same time, same place.
Do we want to do this covert, or I could just write him a message if we want to talk to him?
We can go see if he's at the portal, and then if he's not, send a message.
Okay.
We don't waste a bird unless we have to.
They come back.
I mean, I did send him a message earlier this morning, so
I mean, if we're trying to
he knows we're back.
if we're trying to stalk Rainier, I guess we could always call him over and then just follow him when he leaves.
Yeah, despite the potential break-in last night, I feel like our place may be a little bit safer.
Fair.
All right. So have we decided a plan of action?
Yeah, we're gonna go back up on the mountain.
I'm gonna go drown myself in the bay. Bye.
Let's just go bother that monk again.
You
Look,
son of a
we're
bitch,
gonna
just leave me
go
alone.
find out where the portals are.
He might. It's true.
Say anything about portals to us.
Okay. So we're heading to the Yawning Portal.
Yes.
Is anyone else doing anything else?
No.
This will go along.
Okay. You enter the Yawning Portal. Upon entering Ivern, you look to your right. Maloon Dragon, War Dragon is in fact sitting in his normal spot. There is a tankard of alcohol in front of him, though he doesn't seem to be touching it. You look around, you see same familiar faces as you've seen before. Three Strings is in the back. He looks up and sees you and gives you a knowledgeable wave. Yagra is
Fingers?
he does
Wave
have all his
alien
fingers.
hand.
The wrong hand. He was raved with the opposite hand. Yagra is off in a corner, kind of sour to herself. Also kind of normal. Durnham is behind the Durnham. That's his name, right? Durnan.
Like that.
Spider.
Durnan. Not Durnham. Durnan. Is behind the bar slinging drinks.
This bar.
Brennan is slinging drinks. What are you done?
I would like to go to 3 strings.
You want to go? Okay. You can move your character.
Oh,
Everyone's going to wave and cheerfully take the spot next to Maloon to talk at some point.
You seem to kind of snap him out of daydream, but he pops up and he's like, hello.
Morning, friend. It's been a while.
Good to see you. Is there something I can help you with?
It's got you in such a mood this morning.
Just tired, I guess. Long day.
And it's only like 2 o'clock or less than that.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
What do you want from me?
I was just, I heard that you're friends with Veneer, and we've recently become acquainted.
Yes, Rainier. Good man.
Hi. And actually, I was hoping you could tell us a bit about him. And I never really heard the story about the whole thing with the Blackstaff way back when. I guess you and Veneer were involved.
He pauses for a moment, mainly because DM doesn't know how he actually would respond to this. Give me a second.
Okay.
Anyways, while I'm looking that up, you find 3 strings. He's sitting in his corner. He's like, "Hello, friend. Good to see you again."
yeah, same to you as well. Unfortunately, no progress on our missing individual at the moment. We've kind of we took a trip actually out to Mount Waterdeep. I'm sure you've heard.
Yes. Well, not precisely. I heard Rainier had something for you.
So so they're in contact, but they're not completely on the same level of what happened.
Yeah, I mean, you've worked for the Harpers. You know how they work. They kind of work as not necessarily independent cells, but they kind of do their own thing.
Limited contact with each other for safety.
Exactly.
We actually we spoke to the monk on the mountain, and he gave us a cryptic message. I believe that Manshun's equal, Davil, what is it? Song?
Yes. Starville Song Shaw. Starville Star Shaw. Sorry, I had 2 parts. Yes. He's
I feel like he may be planning something. Do you know of any way that we could?
Phil?
Do you know where he operates out of? Deville.
Oh, DeVille. Well, he's probably still up in his room here. He doesn't leave much now that we have him under constant surveillance. Thanks to you, mind you.
I'm sorry. Did I miss out on something that he is under? Why is he like in character? Do I know that I just am not remembering right now?
Yeah, you're just remember y'all. Your first mission with the Harpers was to track down the horseman Maxine because she had information on some of the higher ups in the Zentarum. You tracked her down, and she told you basically Davil and Yagra, high members, and they constantly stay at the portal. Basically, it was a lot of confirmation stuff more than anything, and the Harpers was able to basically lean on them for their cooperation and finding out more about what happened, what's going on, and why the sudden surge in attacks, basically. Now there's kind of like an uneasy alliance between the Harpers and the Doom Riders, which is
the outfit.
Yes.
Right.
It's more of the Harpers are keeping an eye on them and they both kind of share information, but cloak and dagger kind of stuff. Like Can you trust what we're saying?
Right. Has he given any actionable information at this time? I
I'm
think
afraid
he's
not.
written down. I just don't know. I don't know what yet.
Unfortunately, they haven't been able to do much. The city guard is on high alert for them, so they've pretty much been lying low. Part of our agreement is that we shelter them. However, I did just receive a bird from Renar. We may have to move them soon. But no, unfortunately, he hasn't really given us much more information. He was keen to learn about you and your friends, however. It seems he might have interest in your talents at some point. If you, of course, would be willing.
Yeah, I think that an audience with him would definitely be in order. I would need to make sure with the rest of my group, but I think that we may be able to benefit from that interaction.
I can schedule a meeting for you. I could always just go knock on his door if he's here. I mean, he does like to sneak out the window sometimes, but
So he makes it out sometimes.
oh yes, but we have people watching him every step of the way.
Okay. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I had from at this moment. Do you know of anything? A man named Grahoon deals in arms, maybe connected to the Ville. They seem like they would probably run in similar circles. Do you know of any word from Grahoon? And
You mean Lord Grauhund?
yes, but specifically interactions with.
Not particularly. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he got Davil got his arms from Grauhund. He sells to pretty much anyone willing to buy. Sells cheap too, mind you. I don't know how much you could glean from him, but if it's a lead you're willing to take on, I'm sure our friend has some information.
Might also be worth looking at. Well, I think that's all that I had for you for now. If you come up anything else with the Harpers, please send me a bird.
Oh yes. Like I said, Deville may contact you soon about a job. From what I understand from Rainier, the Blackstaff was quite pleased with your work. Kind of hard to derive too much from a little bird, but we may also have a job for you coming down the line here.
Yeah, where would one a recluse like her meet if not in her tower?
From what I understand, only her tower. She doesn't leave very much.
Yeah, okay.
From what I understand, Rainier is closer to her, so you might want to ask him.
Fair enough. All right. It's a pleasure as always, Three Strings.
Yes, yes. Is there anything else I can help you with? Would you like a drink? Would you like a song?
If anything, I should buy you a drink. I'll be right back.
Oh. Kindness. I knew letting you in was the right choice.
Crawford smirks, and then he'll walk over to the bar.
All right. People up at the bar, what you doing?
Trying to get Warren drunk, as always.
Oh my God.
Warren, are you drinking?
Yep.
All right. What are we starting with?
I don't know. If she's trying to get me drunk, I'm assuming she's buying.
I assume so too. What are we starting with?
Whatever
Whiskey,
the hardest
ale.
thing they have is, I have more money than I thought I did.
He's are.
Okay. They have a really, like I said, gut rot whiskey that's tastes like ethanol. Nothing you know what ethanol is, but
We'll take that.
Okay. How many are you taking? How much are you trying to get him drunk?
I just want to see what a centaur looks like drunk. I have never seen it before.
Okay, so we'll say for now. How much gold are you willing to spend? How about that? Or silver?
Silver, 100 silver.
Okay, so 10 gold? Or is that 8? Yeah.
Well, I have different proportions of things. I'm willing to spend 30 gold, 100 silver. Yeah,
You have 100 silver.
I have 100 silver.
Like I said, you can break apart as you wish. Okay, so you're spending to spend 10 gold to get Warren drunk. Warren, if you take the shot, you're getting drunk, man. That's more than enough.
Yep. I just hold on. How long does it take though? Well,
All of them.
You have
It's basically a 100 drink.
her his own.
You don't last nearly as long. Both of you
Almost
are
like half the time.
any of you who decide to take these drinks, you're getting shit faced. Warren, you put up a solid effort. Like honestly, you go a lot longer than any centaur, man, dwarf, anything should.
I'm thinking of you like Legolas when he's challenging Gimli to a drinking contest.
honestly, how much of a crowd is this drawing? Because it's like 100 fucking drinks is a dude. I'm expecting the whole bar.
You have bought rounds for everyone at the bar. Everyone who walks
Everyone
into
is
the bar.
Talisius is also going to start to perform music.
All right, do so. Roll
Hearing
performance
something.
at disadvantage as you are drunk.
Sing for us, fat man, sing.
12's not bad. 12's not bad at all. You put on a good show. I mean, not spectacular, but it was good. It was good. People seem to be. You see a couple of body songs that everyone knows. They sing along.
I play Wonderwall.
You play Wonderwall, and
Turn out of the bar.
Anyway, here's
If you're
wonderful.
gonna be drunk,
as
that's
you,
a good
as
choice.
you bought 100 drinks, your group.
Drinks?
She bought 100 drinks. Your group isn't the only one sloshed, and you have a few crying as you at your rendition of Wonderwall. A few tears.
Slowly walking down the hall. I'm gonna give a drink to face drinks.
Ivern, as your friends, your party is getting absolutely sloshed, you are conversing with Maloon. You ask him about
Drink to Wonderwall.
their English is a hard language. Fuck, what were we talking about? Oh yes, his connection to the Blackstaff.
Yeah, 'cause she mentioned like Renair and him, and I wanted to like get the action on that story.
Yes, I forgot the voice I used for you. Yes, we've been good friends for a long time. I think I went a little more Scottish. I don't care. We've been friends for a long time. She and her husband were good to Rhaenyra and I back in her adventure days. We, unfortunately, we were unable to save her husband, but she has remained close since. Is there something specific you would like to know?
Well, I mean, I just worked the job for her, and So Rainier, and I got the sense that I was kind of wondering about that battle where her husband did pass away.
Yes. Well, there was a fight between Manshun, I believe. We learned of his plot, unfortunately too late, but it was a harrowing fight. Manshun was very, very strong. We were able to beat him. I mean, the
Did you do it?
Blackstaff. I'm sorry.
How did you do it? How did you beat him?
Well, with my axe.
Of course.
Renier used his sword, and she used her magic. It was Manshun was strong, but not strong enough to take on all four of us. And she took her revenge.
Do an insight check on him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Please don't kill me today. 9, that's awful. Okay.
His eye, you do see the shadows below his eyes. He's a little droopy, but he doesn't seem to be lying to you. Whatever, a little hard to read, but
Okay. What was my other question that I had for him?
I don't know.
When was the last time you saw Rainier, by the way?
Last time he was in the Yawning Portal, I guess. That was... Whoa. It's been a while, actually. I heard he was kidnapped. I actually heard that you had a hand in unkidnapping him. Thank you for that.
I think they call that rescuing.
Yes, well, the fool often got himself into trouble, but still lives
I heard
somehow.
that you were such good friends, and I'm wondering why they didn't call on you to save him.
I don't think I was here
I
then.
think you were here that night because you recommended me to Volo. Remember?
Right. Why wasn't I there? Probably had Force Grey business.
Hey, did you get the call today then?
Oh no, I've since left Force Grey.
In the past few days?
Yes. The Blackstaff wasn't too happy about it, but I have a feeling my adventuring days are done.
Allow me to buy you a drink. The story, and of course, I guess to the end of your adventure, what are you gonna do?
I don't know yet. Wanderer, maybe? I've saved quite a bit up from my journeys. Could just stay at this bar for a while. Keep an eye on things.
Actually, I can. Do have one more question, if you wouldn't mind.
Of course.
It's kind of a personal one.
Go ahead.
Why did you leave Fourth Stray? You said that it was because you were getting tired of adventuring and all, but why?
Yeah.
Why now? I mean,
You just get tired, lass.
right, fair enough. I'll be right back with the drink, and then I'll leave you be so you can relax a bit.
Much appreciated. I'm glad to see
Go
you
to the
well.
bar.
Oh, and you.
I'll go to the bar and just walk up, dumbfounded by the scene. Just gonna grab one of the drinks, drop it on the table.
Severn, I bought too many drinks. Drink with us.
I see that one of us is gonna have to be responsible for getting the rest of you home.
We're all adults here, Evern. Just drink.
Are you?
I'm staying relatively lucid. Evan, why don't you drink tonight? Today? Oh my God, is it like 2 in the afternoon?
It is, in fact,
Like 2 in
the
the afternoon.
Can I have a couple of those drinks? I'd actually like to see. I'd like to try something out.
Vern will take 2 of
There's
the shots.
plenty
and
to
take
go
possession.
around.
We'll take 2 of the shitty whiskey shots.
I'm gonna bring one of the whiskey shots over to the half orc woman and say, "Are you on shift?
No. What do you want?
Maybe to share a drink with you."
Well, if you're fine. I don't know
No,
what accent
I'm
that was.
not.
No.
But if you follow us to the bar, I'm sure that you'll be able to get rid of whatever has that look on your face. There's more than enough to go around.
No persuasion.
Okay.
And advantage. I mean, you're offering free alcohol.
All right. Excellent.
All right, can you start?
+5. That's
Better
a
finish.
+5 to
Nine.
persuasion. I spill it all over her and I say, did I do that?
Jesus fuck you.
You. She says, if you bring the drink here, I'll be very, much more pleased.
He
And so-
sets 2 of the whiskey shots down and say, there's certainly more for you, but you might have to earn the next couple.
She grunts in response. That was me
And I-
clear with her.
She spits on me. nice natural 3, idiot.
What a loser.
Yeah, I'll go back over to the bar. Just keeping an eye on the place, I think, at the moment. Rainier is not here, though, huh?
No, Rainier is not. You
Okay.
get the feeling that he is headed for a meeting
Yeah.
with a possibly upset lady.
Upset or Blackstaff?
Upset, but both.
Oh, fair enough.
Sorry.
I think at this point, Evern is dramatically, in a hushed tone, so as not to catch Moan's attention, retelling the story that she heard.
From
Moan.
yeah.
She's telling the story of how the last Blackstaff died. It's a somber story. She probably shouldn't be doing this.
It's a bit depressing, but you convey what you were told.
And I would relay the information about DeVille and him wanting to potentially meet with us, and that he was interested and aware of our ripples in Waterdeep.
Sail away. I've done.
After all,
No, that's wonderful.
Wonderwall.
Sail away, sail away, sail away.
No, that's a good one too. But I was singing Genesis.
Is Kim dancing by herself or desperately attempting to get someone else to dance with her?
Well, she was trying to get Calisius. I can't tell Calisius what he does or does not do.
Calisius will jam.
Okay, so she's while Calisius plays his body tunes, he dances along.
How does one dance to Wonderwall?
Just
Ask a million drunk English people.
I said the body tunes. Wonderwall comes later.
See, he's singing Body by Megan Thee Stallion.
I don't think I've
Okay.
I asked the bartender what the record is for shots. gotta be a
Whatever it was, you surpassed it, mate.
I feel like it actually took Warren 22 drinks to fuck up that bad. I feel like that's what the con roll was, a number of
How many it took? Yeah, I can get behind that.
standard drinks in 10 minutes.
Oh, you passed it, mate.
Is it visibly apparent that you want to shake, boogie out, or what's the deal?
It's
I
apparent.
am twisting and turning around tables. I am trying to get everyone in the bar involved at 2 in the afternoon.
You know, just for fun, roll
Please.
performance or persuasion.
My persuasion is much better.
That's why I'm giving you the
Can I
option.
give assistance to this?
Actually,
Sure,
no,
do it at
they're both
advantage.
terrible. Never mind. I am a different character than I thought I was.
But I did that. Run with it.
Not well, I didn't do
Wow.
You're able to get most of the people in the bar to dance. Maloon kind of somberly looks your way. He doesn't really pay much attention. everyone else, they seem to be getting into it. You see Three Stringed pull out his lute, and he starts matching Clesia's song for song.
Coming out of my cage, and I've been doing
Do it just fine. Gotta be good. Cause I want it all. Yeah.
Yeah, you're starting to put. Hey, Pie.
Huh?
Remember what I said we were gonna do today?
No, I don't. Not progress the story.
Tuesday.
We're not smart, okay?
You progressed a little bit. I mean,
I made 1 platinum and then immediately spent 100 silver.
So yes, Crawford, your
Then
question
you
earlier, it is
spent
very
one.
Okay, I would definitely be interested. I do see an individual dressed in black at the end of the bar.
Yes, this man.
Yeah.
I mean, surprisingly, he was on board. I mean, the drinks are flowing. The young pretty girl is dancing. I mean, even the coldest of heart got up and did a jig.
I
For Maloon.
stepped away. Is that that's Maloon at the end of the bar? I always
No,
thought
this is Maloon. This is just some random dude.
The rings.
random guy.
Yeah.
He's dressed in black.
You actually find out he's a lot nicer than you'd think. I mean, he's just dressed in black because that's what he's, that's what his company wears. But he's a nice guy.
I'm so confused. This
What do you-
individual.
What's up?
Yes, the man at the end of the bar who you were talking about looks like a dour individual, but is actually a lot more friendly than you think.
He's dancing.
Okay, he's not associated
With anyone. No, he's just a random character I got to make it seem like this place was alive and not dead.
Are you saying that I would possibly read into something too much? Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna start dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Ken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wiggle
I
your chest.
I playfully slap Warren on his backside, avoiding the potential reactive kick to the mouth. Say,
Roll
you're
dexterity.
loaded, aren't
Actually,
I am
drunk.
technically the one standing behind him.
that's true. Warren, you get slapped in the ass. What do you do?
Whatever reaction there was, man, it's way too drunk to even react.
Okay. You are lucky. He is too drunk to kick both of you in the face.
Yeah.
He tries to kick both of them at the face at the same time, and he just falls to the ground.
Warren, did your tribe ever do any kind of dancing, real ritualistic or otherwise, that you could maybe demonstrate for us? A little bit of a stiff board, but
Yes, and then I look at the cup and yes and no.
Does Warren dance is what we're getting at here.
I think he
Don't leave us waiting, Warren.
brought up a bad.
You put on a really good performance for Maxine.
I mean,
I
that-
was not there for that. Did you
that
did you
is true.
swoon her by dancing?
no, I distracted everybody by essentially doing a backflip. I don't know.
Backflip.
He essentially freaked the fuck out, and everyone was paying more attention to the giant centaur freaking the fuck out in the streets rather than you trying to cut a rope.
Did that divert
Yeah.
have any
Yeah.
conceivable rhythm to it?
I don't know.
Just
You know what? Fuck it.
People
I'll try to dance at disadvantage.
performance
dance check.
or acrobatics at disadvantage.
Is acrobatics better? Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know. I'm giving you options.
I give
You
him
can
a
take
wide
them if you
berth,
want.
but continue to dance awkwardly.
And awkwardly, you do dance.
Do the mash.
Is it awkward?
It's pretty awkward.
The graceful bounding you saw on the streets of Waterdeep before are completely forgotten as your centaur friend starts throwing his legs around, kicking everything around him, knocking chairs over, knocking tables over.
Please,
Bernie's
We
following
encourage him
behind,
anyway.
picking them
'cause
all
he's
up,
a good guy.
picking up all
And-
the chairs.
Turnham turns to Crawford and says, "You get that centaur under control before I have to."
Khaleesi says to Durnham, "Hey, Durnham, what do you want to play? You got a party going in here. We spent 100 silver. You got to pick something, brother. What do we play next? Come on,
Fuck, I don't know, man.
come on, bro.
Drunken Sailor.
Ah!" Khaleesi is gonna start playing Drunken Sailor.
What
He's
do
gonna
you
expect
do
to
with a
Durnham,
drunken
you
sailor?
gotta dance for
What
this,
do
brother.
you do with a drunken sailor? I will not dance. I have a bar to run.
We are running your bar now. It is time for you to cut loose for one song, my friend. One song.
I'm good.
Actually,
You do notice.
Can I roll
glasses of
persuasion?
water.
Is he holding a gun under the
Certainly.
gun?
He's holding a double barrel shotgun pointed at Khaleesi's face. No, he happily gives you some water.
26.
I didn't say I was giving you that. You can't just roll things,
Oh,
man.
I thought you said, can I try persuasion? Can I roll persuasion? I thought you said yes. I'm sorry.
No, I was
sorry.
responding to someone else.
Oh.
But you do notice that while he's not dancing, he is singing along under his breath
Yes.
as he pours the
Yes.
water for your group.
Cute. Instead of getting the
Her lie in the water.
yeah, I'm gonna move
What
stuff
would you
away
do with
from
a drunken sailor?
Her lie in
Warren,
the
but not
water.
actually tell him to stop.
Way and up she rises.
Can my performance try distracting him from the mess that Warren is creating?
Oh, there's no distracting from the mess Warren is creating.
Helicopter.
YOLO, Warren, YOLO.
So while this is happening, can I go upstairs?
I mean, no one's stopping you. Yeah, if you want.
Yeah. Big old
All
mess.
right.
I want to sneak upstairs.
Do I have second stairs built? I do not. Okay. There is no second stairs built. I thought I had built one, but I guess not. So you head upstairs. You come to a. And basically, it's a set of the rooms kind of surround the banister, which is kind of overlooks the entire bar. There are a bunch of rooms. There's another set of staircases that lead further up. From your time, I don't remember if you stayed here or not.
No,
No, okay, then you would know. But
I probably would have stayed for like a day before Crawford was like, "Hey, move in with me."
well, then you would know from staying for a day that these are kind of not the lower end, but they're not like the upstairs has the more fancy rooms.
Okay.
But
I'm
yeah,
looking for what room would probably be Davil's.
you know the kind of person he is, very braggadocious in your face. Probably on the upper floors.
Cool. I'm gonna go up there.
Okay, you can go upstairs. There's a smaller set of rooms. Once again, there's a banister that overlooks the entire hallway. In the middle of the roof, I should say, there's a rope that is dangling down, heads down towards the hole. You know that this is essentially the anchor point for the rope that leads down into the Yawning Portal, from which it got its namesake.
Does Khaleesi's here going up?
You are currently dancing and singing Drunken Sailors. No, you do not.
Okay.
She is off on her own, doing her own thing. But yes, you find yourself there are a smaller amount of rooms. Do you have a idea how you're going to find out which one is his?
No, I assumed because they like had Davil on watch, there would probably be someone outside. But if there's not, then I'm just going to like look through keyholes or like use my snake to peek in rooms.
Okay, you can make a perception or investigation.
Which one's better? My perception is way better.
22. You look through keyholes. You see a couple of sites you wish you hadn't. Eventually, towards the far side, away from the staircase, you do find a room. One of the more lavish rooms. Suites, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Inside, at a table, fervishly writing something, a missive of some sort. You're not entirely sure. It seems to be, at the very least, from behind, a man you're familiar with, and a man that you've been led to believe is Davil Starsong.
Cool. With no sense of the same kind of stealth that Calisius and Crawford are so fond of, I'm going to just open a door, if I can.
You're going to open the door. Okay. It is locked. It is a.
Cool.
Like the concept itself, I don't like. I'm not very good at benefiting from it.
What?
I just don't usually sneak.
Oh yeah, you should.
Fridge rolls are not what they're supposed to be.
Steps on chicken.
What?
I don't know.
You jiggle the door. It is locked. You do hear from inside a stool being pushed back from a desk.
Knock knock. Hello.
Who's there?
A friend of a friend. You'll like me. Let me in.
Oh,
That sounds fucking threatening as hell.
Roll me a persuasion or intimidation.
I love it so much.
Oh,
Please
my
do not help.
intimidation's better. I'm gonna use that.
Oof.
No, it's not very good.
I have many friends of friends, some who would wish me not around anymore. You'll have to be a little more specific.
Someone said you were interested in my group.
Pertaining to what?
Not sure. You had a job. Maybe.
Oh my god, we don't have a name yet.
Yes, you do. You're the Pretty Boy Club. What do you mean you don't have a name?
Is that like a thing that we actually?
It
Yes.
is.
We known
I guess.
known by
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
What are our jackets, by the way?
I mean, they're still in the process of being made.
Mhm.
What do you want from me?
The jacket.
I'm not entirely sure who you're speaking of, but are you friends with that three-string fellow downstairs?
Oh, definitely.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're not
no.
lying, so
Sounds like a lie.
it does. It does. Trying to think how I want to handle this. Give me a moment to freshen up.
Mm.
Why do you need a moment?
Oh well, I just look a mess, darling. One
Mhm.
moment, please.
Make sure you keep talking to me.
Of course, of course. You hear him shuffling around inside, and then he carefully makes his way to the door, and you hear the latch snap, and then he slowly pulls it open. I'm sorry, I don't know you.
No, you don't. I'm going
Right. You're going to okay, you're going to try to force your way in. Rolls.
to. You said he opened the latch, no?
He did, but he's still holding on to the door.
Okay.
Never thought this is where we were going today.
I called it.
The
Did you call this?
Not
make,
this, but
I guessed a strength check,
I'm not
or
gonna like if he's
I don't.
generally stronger than me, then I'll just let him keep the door closed.
Okay. You just flip the door open, flip over the door.
I backflip over him.
Well, I was gonna make you contest his strength, but if you're not trying to, you kind of push in, and he resists. He's like, I'm sorry. If I don't know you, I would request that you leave.
That's really unfortunate because I really need to talk to you.
Make an appointment?
No.
No.
Look, you've heard of the Pretty Boy Club, haven't you?
Yes,
Her name.
I believe that is the name of the group that Three Strings spoke of.
Cool. So I'm part of that club. Would you mind letting me in so we can talk?
Persuasion? I don't know.
Jesus.
You're not. I mean, this guy is very on edge right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nope.
Terrible.
Unless you have some kind of identification, I'm going to have to decline.
Mm-hmm.
He pushes the door closed.
Why are you so scared?
He does not respond as the door closes and the latch.
Prude.
What are the prostitution laws in Waterdeep?
Well, you see.
Yo, who said I was prostituting? Fuck
Nobody,
off.
but that guy is real nervous.
He locks the door, steps away from it.
Barricades the door.
He opens the door with nothing on now.
Right?
Oh my god.
Have I managed to wrangle part of the party at least?
I would definitely be helping Evern.
Warren, if you would like to be wrangled, you may, but
Oh,
you are free.
But if you don't want to, then you will not be.
You are a horseman. I can't stop you.
yeah, no, I let them push me around.
Okay.
Okay, he's had his fun.
Let's get him outside, maybe to like water trough or something that might conveniently be under this man's window.
Yeah, I'd like to step out. I think I'm gonna send a message to Rainier.
And
Okay.
we're gonna find the trough real quick.
I mean, easy enough. Again, they're used to having people park the horses, so you can find a trough.
I point into it and I tell Warren, dunk your head, go.
You gotta be careful of that Kin. She is deceptively good at peer pressure.
Yes, she is. Speaking of which, Ken, the door's been slammed in your face. What are you doing?
Drunkenly staying there and kind of like being like, sit on the floor, think, how am I going to get in there? If I were Crawford, I could try and climb through the window.
Try and fail.
If I were Calisius, I could obviously be more persuasive. Maybe I should get Calisius. Maybe Calisius would be a good idea. But then again, like Calisius is drunk right now due to my own stupidity. But you know, drunk is really fun. It was really, really fun. I got Warren drunk. That was so good. I did so well.
I would normally say, Warren, make a constitution check just because you drank so much, but fucking natural 20, man. You're good. You're gold.
He can turn it. He flips like a switch.
It's sober.
You may not remember it, but you hold on to your lunch.
I have never. I mean, I've spent a lot of time in the Yawning Portal, and I've seen some tough folks come through and sling some ale down their gullet. But that was frankly impressive. I don't know how you managed to do. Well, I guess it makes sense, but damn.
I turned my back for 5 minutes to talk to a friend, and then I come back, and you guys are like this. I'm honestly impressed.
Am I done dumping my head in the water?
I don't know. It's the time.
Oh, it's up to you.
I guess I don't bother shaking it off either. I'm just dripping.
Your giant beard, and almost everyone's just like starting to like looking for like a towel in her bag, not finding one.
Wait, what happened?
Nothing.
You
Ask Crawford where he is.
you livened up a bar at 2 in the afternoon. So quite a bit actually. It was good.
Incidentally, after all the drunken tomfoolery, I would say it's probably a couple hours have passed, but it's still daylight outside.
Speaking of which, I saw Calisius the Gentle, and the three of us are out here. Where is our other compatriot?
Oh shit.
DM.
Did anyone see her? I think I was busy with this one.
more in the afternoon. It's not dark yet. It's getting there. Sun's going down.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry. I was responding to something else. What was
I
the
would have
question?
been giving CJ alcohol too.
You are not getting the dog drunk.
No.
Oh
Yes, I
no!
am.
We're not there to
No.
stop him. It's
Yes, yes.
just a particular type of decision.
Roll
Yes.
animal handling.
Hit with that animal. Oh my god.
He does not like it. It is very strong, and he refuses to drink it. But he does take the water that Durnan leaves out for him.
I really feel like using my inspiration. Nah, I'll save it.
Wild.
I was about to say things to spend it on. Technically, it's your choice, but
As he fails his second death saving throw, at least the dog got drunk.
I want to turn this drug alcohol.
You're outside, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Crawford, you're the sober one, so make a perception check for me.
Okay. I don't know how much Evans drank.
I only had 2 drinks.
Oh,
Oh, dang.
cool. I guess I can stop bitching about getting bad rolls because
That's a natural 20. You see everything. God himself. My ugly mug. Now, as you're looking after your wasted centaur friend, who is quite frankly taking it like a champ, you notice the sound of something hitting the ground near you. And kind of look around for a bit, and you look over and you see a rope dangling.
oh no.
Looking up, you see a blonde-haired male using the rope to escape his room. You're not entirely sure why he's escaping that way, but he's climbing down the side of the building.
Oh. I don't notice this, do I?
No, Crawford, you're drunk. I'm going to say Vern is busy attending to you. Crawford, you're the only one who notices. He's
Warren,
making his way down towards you.
Warren, you're on.
Well,
You're
not towards
Warren, you're
you.
with me. Everett, would you be able to check if Kin's inside? I think that we may be chasing an individual pretty soon. If not, stalking.
Wait. So Crawford pointed him out to me.
Oh wait, hold on. Everett is more sober than Warren, and people could potentially ride on Warren's back.
True.
I would probably say that. I think. Okay. Well, I mean, you guys can dispute me. I think that Everett and I should probably pursue, and that Warren should attempt to get Calisius. We know where he is, and then
How close is this guy climbing out the window?
Oh, he's not terribly far. About, I don't know, good 10 feet. 10 feet is where he'll land away from y'all.
Can I like walk under him where he's coming down and just like climb down into my arms?
Do you stealthily do so, or are you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Roll stealth real quick at disadvantage because you're drunk.
Where are you going?
I mean, 14's not bad. I mean, he doesn't have that much hype.
If this works, like he's absolutely in like a Princess Carrie position.
Give me a second. I need to check something. What is your passive perception? Oh man, that sucks. As he gets to almost head level with you, he does look down and notice that you're
damn it.
standing there. He's like, "Can I help you?"
You seem like you're more in need of help than I am.
Oh, no. I'm just making a daring escape from a rather crass individual.
Where to?
Are you offering?
Oh, sorry.
Are you offering to give me a ride?
Well, I guess you look like you're in help.
Well, I would love a change of scenery. Do you know any other better bars?
Oh, where's? Do I know of any better bars?
You know of Yeah,
You
you
know,
know,
our bar.
This bar,
No, yeah.
our bar.
Our bar.
yeah. I mean, technically, your bar's not done.
He doesn't know that.
But literally, it's our bar.
It's hard.
But yeah,
I think at this point, Crawford and Evern has run up behind Warren too.
Yeah, I did not realize he was literally 10 feet away.
yeah, no,
was,
he was.
like,
He
trying
was.
to SWAT team it if he was right there.
You wander up, and he looks over. He's like, "Oh, I see you have friends. This is awkward. Can I get down, please?"
Oh, sure. I don't move though.
All right.
I'm sorry,
He-
my friend's a bit drunk.
Oh, centaurs get drunk? That's amazing. I never knew that.
We obviously weren't down on the bottom floor because there was just a wild dance party.
Oh, was there really? I missed out. That
Well,
bastard
yeah.
3 strings doesn't know. Doesn't tell me anything.
No,
How's this guy's strength holding this rope?
How's what?
How's the strength holding this rope and just is standing in the air?
Well, he's he's braced against the wall. He's not just hanging.
Okay.
Oh,
Now-
actually, you know what? I'm going to help him down
You're gonna help him down onto you or onto the ground?
onto the ground.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much. This is kind of strange. I just learned about a group with a centaur amongst his midst, and he kind of looks over both of you and then sees the coat of arms on Ivern. Immediately shuts up.
Oops. Oh,
Hello.
That might be us.
Thank you.
I don't think I've seen any other.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have misspoken. I wasn't looking into any groups at all.
Oh no.
Might- the Mr. Starsong.
Yes.
Oh, do we know this person?
yeah, we do. And correct me if I'm wrong. We know that you sneak out your window occasionally, but I mean, I'm sure you're aware that you're monitored at all times. Now, what would drive you in the middle of the day? What would drive you in the middle of the day to leave in such a hurry, a damsel in distress?
Well, a damsel for sure was just accosted me upstairs. Said she was part of the Pretty Boy Club.
I
Interesting.
forgive her. She also had quite a bit to drink, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that was our compatriot.
Oh, so she was. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Processing that.
We're not usually like this, I promise.
I had hoped not. I
Roll deception check.
yeah, actually, if we're gonna be honest.
Is Calixtus done singing?
Yeah, if you want to be.
I look around, everyone's gone, and I'm like, thank you. And I walk outside, see what's going on.
I mean, if you want to find them easy enough, they're not too far around the corner.
Okay.
I'd like to go back in and get Calisius, and I assume Kin is probably still close by.
Kin, what are you doing here? Are you still sat outside, drunk, and wondering what's going on in the world?
Just, having a long think.
Our first official patron is standing right outside. Everett and Warner are giving him a warm welcome, but I think we should probably keep an eye on him. We might want to see if we can't get him to come back to our place.
Okay.
And back into the Yawning Portal.
Okay.
We're definitely not usually like this.
Well, I hope not. I've heard good things about you, and actually have a job, I guess. I feel like talking in the back alley is probably not the best place. Should you
How do
sojourn?
you think I'm talking at a bar? Is that private enough for you?
Oh, certainly. No one listens to anyone in a bar. It's always too loud.
Well, this is kind of a quiet bar, but I can promise you it will be very private.
Well, lead on then.
Great. Those three come walking out of the bar at this nice opportune moment.
I still don't know what Ken is doing, where she is. From what I know, she's still outside his door. As for Clesius,
Cletus would have
yeah.
walked up just as he heard the word job, and his eyes would have popped open.
Can I try and break into Davil's room?
Yeah, sure. Roll strength or dexterity. I mean, you can try to pick the lock, even though you're not.
Can I try and pick the lock?
You can. That's just a straight dexterity check.
Just straight.
Or sleight of hand.
It's going to be the same number.
I was gonna say at disadvantage, doesn't matter. You are on. You pull out a hairpin. Try. You've heard it works, but you don't know how, and so you just kind of like jam it into the lock, hoping to find purchase. Doesn't budge.
Mm,
You
I
do.
want to kick the door.
Okay, roll a strength check, I guess. Why don't you just 11? I mean, it's a pretty solid door. You do hear a loud crunch as you kick it. It doesn't give way.
It was your foot.
It was your foot. It broke. It doesn't give way, but I mean, it's bent a little bit. Yeah. Actually, what is your passive perception?
My passive is 15.
Even though you are drunk, you do a little coalescence of thought just into your mind. He was very upset when he heard you jiggle the door. However, he's not responding to you either trying to pick the lock or kick the door in.
Can I hear her kicking the door in?
No, it's 3 stories up, mate.
Oh, 3 stories. I thought it was like a second story or something.
No.
Too.
I rush downstairs looking for my friends, being like, the person, he's escaping, but not screaming that, but that's like in my face.
I think Everin has started walking back to lifting spirits at this point. And was like, everyone will find me, whatever.
The Yawning Portal.
Crawford, you're still inside, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know that he has a room up there. I'm pretty sure that Kin was the one that, forced him out. I don't know where else she would be, so I'm
You
going
see
up
her rushing down the stairs. Both of you meet on the second floor. She seems panicked.
Hey,
Hi, problem. Person upstairs, big guy, not big guy. I don't know how big he is. I haven't really seen him in a while. He is escaping through window, probably.
yeah, you're right about that, but no issue.
Oh,
Why don't we,
okay.
why don't we go back upstairs? Can I just say,
Yeah.
Great job. They're waiting for us back at our place, but let's see what we can't glean. Ooh, he's a
Okay.
Is this pretty? I don't know. I can't make that distinction for y'all.
I'm under the impression that he was supposed to be pretty, but he's dickish and therefore does not belong in the pretty boy club.
Oh, wait a minute.
Strict barriers to entry.
I'm dickish. All right.
How's Calisius in the club?
Oof. I wasn't gonna say it out loud.
He might have been pretty once.
Well, I mean, if dickishness was a qualification.
I would inform Kin of everything that's going on. Like I know that you found his room because he happenstance happened and he's on the way back to our place. But maybe we can try to see what's in his room.
Just a reminder that 3 of you are plastered. I don't know who's leading this party back. I'm assuming it's one of the sober ones, which means Avern.
Did Warren rally?
I mean, he's not like throwing up, but he's feeling it.
He wants Taco Bell.
He wants Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Speaking of Taco Bell.
Okay.
In fact, if you're walking along, you'll notice Warren's back half is trying to walk faster than his front half. We kind of have like readjusting his angle every so often.
I love it so much.
All right.
Fighting himself.
So yeah, as long as Vern's leading the party, it's not too hard to get back. You make your way back. Is there anything you would like to talk to DeVille on the way?
I don't have much. I think she's like kind of torn between paying attention to him and Warren.
Oh.
So it's not a super talkative trip for the most part.
Yes, the tension. You could cut it with a knife.
No, there's no tension here. I'm sorry. I'm just a little bit preoccupied. You walking funny to you?
He does seem to be a bit ahead of himself.
Vern kind of laughs a little bit and is like, "Oh, I shouldn't have done that." All right, my apologies. You were born in Waterdeep, right? Don't you love the city? And she just starts making inane conversation.
Ah, yes, I do love the city, full of opportunity. So your friend said I was being what?
Well, I know you're a friend of Vajra, so I can tell you. Three Fingers and his lot might be keeping an eye on you.
Ah, of course. Here, I thought I was being slick.
Partially for your own safety, of course, considering right now there's you obviously know there's a lot going on.
Yes.
And also partially because if they are to be working with you, they want to be able to, I guess, keep tabs on you. I'm not quite sure, to be honest, what their reasoning is.
Well, that makes sense, I suppose. You do notice his eyes kind of drifting into every alleyway, He's not trying to shake y'all, but he's not really acting shifty, but he's keeping his eye out for these apparent
Agents.
Yes.
It's like, you're being what? Ooh, where?
You're being watched while you stare deep into my eyes. No. Yeah, as far as I know, that is what I understand from it, at least what we're aware of.
I see.
Of course, there are other threats in Waterdeep right now. We don't know exactly what their movements are.
Well, I suppose even with our alliance, they probably don't trust me too much.
You trust them?
Oh, of course. Hoppers have a sparkling reputation.
Huh, interesting.
Honestly,
Right,
I was
forgive me
surprised
for
they... Go ahead, no problem. Were you asking something, or was it just...
Oh, no. That was me being like, oh, right, I probably shouldn't have been pressing about whether or not he trusts them.
Does Clesius
I
notice
don't
this
have much...
guy's being shifty?
I mean, you notice what they notice. He's looking off into the corners trying to find out who's like apparently tailing him.
Okay.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I can spot anybody?
Sure, go ahead.
I mean, I doubt it.
It's gonna be hard. 15.
15?
You don't.
Yeah.
No one seems to be following y'all. Yeah, you're just wandering.
Okay.
You
I mean,
do
I don't
notice that
think
Warren...
they don't think they mean you any harm, if that helps. I mean, I know it's not good to be under surveillance, but...
Yes, it is a hassle. It is a hassle. Now, how did your lot come into contact with these friends?
They caught wind of our names from a few of our adventures, and they hired us, actually.
Oh. Well, I
You might
understand
have
why.
heard that we took down a troll in the Yawning Portal.
I had heard of that, yes. I was wondering what the commotion was that night.
Aye. And we've had a few clashes
Impressive.
across the city with a few gazers and whatnot.
Yes, I also heard that you put a licking to some of our boys.
Aye, that might have been us.
It's all right. They're not exactly...
In our defense, we didn't kill them.
Yes, I thank you for that. I heard one of our warehouses fell, and you prevented there being more corpses.
I thought one of their warehouses fell, but it wasn't. When we got there, it wasn't actually them.
It was their warehouse. The Kinku had killed everyone there.
Okay.
Well, not the Kinku, but whoever the boss is of the Kinku killed everyone there.
Right.
Yes.
Warren is hungry now, so he's keeping an eye out for street.
I mean, you heading from where you were, you pass the market, and there's plenty of food in the market. Easy enough to find, mate. In fact, I guess I can move y'all. Oh wait, I can just move.
He just wanders in that direction.
I can miss. Yeah, y'all can be on the map for now. Yeah, you find food. Davil gets himself a little something as well. You continue on your merry way to Troskol. Not much happening.
Cool.
If there's no one stopping it, you make your way to the Lifting Spirits.
Great. Were the others trying to pick the lock of his room?
Yep.
Kin was at one point.
Crawford is there with Kim.
Yes, she's been explained the situation. What the two of you all are doing? I'm assuming you followed.
Oh no, we're doing crime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What
I think
crime,
those three are doing crime.
what crime are y'all doing?
PK do crime.
Me breaking into Devil's room, I poke Crawford in the center of the forehead like, I hope you do better than I did.
Are you actually trying to break into his room?
I do not see why not. Maybe we can do it in a way. Do you have any kind of ability to make it look like we weren't here? I mean, I might be able to pick the lock, but if there's extra stuff going on, it may be tricky. Also, he may have. Do you have any way to detect? I can do a lot of mundane stuff, but if he has magic stuff set up, it's going to be a lot more difficult for me to make it look like we weren't here.
Unfortunately, no.
Hmm.
On other days, I can detect magic. But today, considering we just got out of a fight, like with things, it was bad time and like whatever, and we tend to get ourselves into dangerous situations, I packed different spells.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell you what, Ken. Do you want me to try? Or should we join the others?
I'm going to be honest, the entirety of the idea of breaking into this guy's room was spurred entirely by drunken impatience. Not really impatience, but like lack of impulse control.
Yeah. So, are you saying you're no longer trying to break into the room, or?
Yeah, it sounds like maybe not worth it. I will commend you for sneaking past all of us. That was an excellent idea, whether it was premeditated or not. Yeah, good on you.
Thank you. So you being the crime boy with the worse morals than me,
Well,
wink wink, do you want to go into his room?
oh, I would love to go into his room, but leave a trace. Guess who did it? It's the people that ducked him of the pretty boys. So I don't want that to be traced back to. I don't want it to be traced back to us because I feel like if we leave any,
He's learning.
then
All right, that sounds like the smart thing to do. Not the fun thing to do, but definitely the smart thing to do.
I completely agree. It would be a lot more fun to show you how to. You can do it with bobby pins. I see that you tried. Not a bad.
Yeah, the freaking hairpin's just stuck in the lock.
Are you at the door right now?
I feel like we've been
Yes.
walking up
Oh,
because
okay.
we were kind of debating on whether to do it.
All
And I
right.
feel like we would be moving in that direction.
You do notice the bobby pins. You also know that the door is bent inward a little bit, not off the hinges, but definitely warped.
Damn, Ken.
I'm not good at opening doors.
Yeah, but you tried, and I feel like the bobby pin was probably the first attempt, and you had your head in the right place. I will take the bobby pin out and hand it back to her. With the amount of hair that you're sporting, you probably need as many of these as you can get.
I mean, it's mostly in a braid, but yeah.
Well, maybe sometime I'll show you how to do it, but we should do it in the safety of our own domain.
Yeah.
Can you do any?
Yeah.
Can you do any magic to reverse the damage of this door?
No.
All right, cool. I'll slip 4
Yeah.
gold and kick it so it goes like under the door
Okay.
as a no hard feelings. I don't know, whatever. I got tons of gold. I don't know what to do with it. I'm gonna.
All right.
Save it
You
for
wanna
the
head
bar.
back? I feel like things might be getting underway back at Troll Skull Alley.
Yeah, probably. But like Evern and Calisius are there and they love to do the talking.
Evern's great, but I feel like she might be juggling a lot right now. I don't know how Calisius is feeling, but I know that Warren and him were in a rough shape, and you were earlier. You bought 100 drinks,
I have a lot of money.
but we
I also happen to not spend it on anything.
well,
But alcohol.
except I look at the door. You spent it on some stuff.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have mostly been saving it up for the bar because that seemed to be really important to Calisius, and I kind of want to make him proud.
It's a good endeavor. I
Oh
think,
no.
Oh.
but I don't know how you got so much money.
I've been keeping it.
Well, you're frugal, and I can appreciate that.
Unlike all of you,
Thank
spend
you.
it as soon as you get it.
I think I'm gonna apologize to Toblin.
Who the fuck is Toblin?
That's my bar. God damn it. What's his the fool's name? The adventurer, level 5 fighter.
Three fingers?
I'm still
Big
not.
ring?
Are you talking about the bar owner?
Proprietor of the Yawning Portal will be
Durnan.
Durnan.
apologized to. And I'm gonna walk back if Kin's gonna walk with me, then I think that we should maybe step back to.
So
Gold.
you're apologizing to Durnan for what?
Well, is the
The chairs, the tables that got kicked over,
Okay.
has
things that are broken.
Do you mention the door?
No, of course not.
Okay. It's fine. It's not the first time a drunk got out of hand. Just keep a better leash on him, will you?
I mean, he's bigger than I am. I'll do my best, but
All we can do.
he's a good man. He is, but he is persuasive.
It's my fault, really.
It's not his
Well-
fault. You sling powerful ale. Maybe you got to water that down a little bit. Save some coin.
Well, she bought whiskey, but
Oh,
anyway, it seems you best be going.
Was there a scoreboard on that
Yeah.
bar somewhere?
There's what?
Was there a scoreboard on that bar somewhere?
There's a scoreboard on a bar, maybe?
does it have a minor image of Warren just like destroyed
Warren is absolutely plastered.
Hall of Fame?
No, that I know of. Do you want a plaque for your feat of?
It was a natural 20, dude. What do you?
I mean, yeah. I mean, sure. He can. If we could say that you are renowned for your doings at the bar, and a plaque will eventually hang above it with your amazing feat of 22 shots.
Yeah.
Before giving it.
There's a hoof print on it.
What?
There's a hoof print for Warren's signature.
In fact, it's actually one of the broken. It's using from wood of one of the broken chairs that you kicked over.
Nice.
That is what they make the plank at. Yeah, it is now at the bar.
That's perfect.
Trolls are gonna climb out of the Yawning Portal to beat your score.
And they might. Who knows? 22 is hard to beat.
Are we switching over to Evern And
Yes, we are
This is
switching
Lauren.
back to original group.
cool.
Well, what a nice place you have here. It seems to not be open though.
Not yet.
Not
We'll
yet,
work on it.
but it is artist, and I can assure you that it's the most private there could be, I guess.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anyone here. I guess that is good enough.
Right, Liv?
What?
What's our ghost friend's name?
Liv.
It's Liv, but
It is Liv.
Right,
Liv.
Liv?
Who's
You know,
Liv?
you might want to go sweep off that drunkenness.
Go take a whiff of that flower. That'll sober you right up.
Oh yeah, go do that. Go smell your flower upstairs.
Well, does this bar have anything to drink in it?
Hey, I think we do. I think we do.
Yeah, sure. We can say you have what, ale, I guess. Whatever's in here.
Yeah.
Would you like some tea?
I was hoping for something harder, but if that's what you're
Uh,
offering.
An ale. This will. Well, we do have ales at least, and then we have tea, and then we have
I'll
is there
take-
eggs left over? I'm not sure. Sorry, I knew you wanted to get out of
You have some
Dr.
eggs
Portal.
left over. All right, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
What?
You said something, and I was laughing at the eggs.
Oh. Like, sorry, I know it's not much, but I know that you wanted to get out of the Yawning Portal.
Yes, away from prying eyes of the Harpers.
Hi.
See, there's still business to be done, and it's become a little more difficult due to certain groups.
Are you talking about Manchun and his lot?
No, unfortunately, there's not much we can do about them. They've all gone into hiding. Even my own agents haven't had any luck turning them up.
Oh,
Yes,
that's worrisome.
yes. I'm. Speaking, if you would like to speak of him, is there any questions about him? I know a little bit. Unfortunately, not too much.
Well, I do know that he was supposed to be dead. You know, what happens
Was
that he isn't?
I was unaware. I did not know. He seemed alive enough to me when we met.
How long ago did you meet? First.
Not too long. He came wishing to join a band of merry men, but I actually don't know when he joined. Give me a sec. Reading.
You think that today was the day you would have to tell us all of Manchun's backstory?
Right. Jesus, it didn't say anything about why he joined. Yes, he seemed to. At first, he wanted to be a part of our group. Very interested in our network of informants and spies. But for the most part, it seemed like a normal person, minus the bleached skin.
Oh, hey.
Yes, no, he's obnoxiously pale. I mean, my God. It's
Does he
like the
glow in
man.
the dark?
I'm sorry?
Does he glow in the dark?
Not quite, but I honestly haven't seen him in the dark, so I can't confirm that. Yes, no, he joined up with us, attempted to climb the ladder. He was a very good agent for first, but he began to turn others to a more twisted sense, I would say. We had similar goals at first, but his has drifted from what we originally wished.
Mm.
I'm not sure where he is now, but he still is sending messages from somewhere. A few of our snakes have intercepted his, but yeah, again, I've not been able to do too much thanks to constant oversight by our allies.
Yes,
What
I can
is-
see how that would make it difficult.
Yeah. What would you say Manchun's primary skill set is?
Ah, well, he was actually a decent fighter from what I understood, but there's a few times he used spells, magic.
But
Um,
say that was a rare occurrence?
well, the man was, how do I put this gently, very secretive. He seemed to hide a lot of things. When he was pushed further than he anticipated, he used magic almost as reflex. I have a feeling he knows a lot more than what he showed before disappearing again.
That would make sense.
Hmm.
How much do you think Warren would trust this guy?
How much would Warren trust the leader of a mercenary gang?
Well, he doesn't know. I mean, he doesn't know that much about him, does he?
Roll insight.
You can, yeah, roll insight if you wish, but I mean, you do know that he is a part of a mercenary gang. You do know that they're shadier.
Mm,
Insight 13. And that's pretty much what you dig up. I mean, he's not outwardly lying to you, but you do know he's holding some things back.
okay.
Can I ask one more question before we actually get down to your business?
Oh, I suppose. If only if I can ask a few of my own.
Of course.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Well, I was going to ask, do you know where we might be able to find Erstal Floxen?
that bastard.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately not. Wherever he ran off to has been shielded for us. I believe it's Manchun's doing.
Hmm.
I will say he is heavily funded, but I told as much to your former employers. Current employers? What is your relationship with the Harpers? Just if you don't mind me asking.
Kurt,
Don't answer. Don't answer.
We do jobs for them time and again.
They
well,
don't pay us enough.
obviously, our current job regarding Manchun is one such job.
You looking into information for them? They do seem to go around. I need someone to roll deception.
Good job.
Do that or
Score
quiz,
two.
yes. Nice.
Well, they are, as I said before, they're out for the good of Waterdeep, not for their own self-interest, which is absolutely bonkers to me. So you do jobs for them. Are you mercenaries by chance?
Part-time mercenaries, part-time tavern owners.
Well, of a tavern that isn't open yet.
We're getting there. Speaking of, would you like to come to our opening night? We're doing a comedy night.
Well, if my guardians would let me, of course.
But yes, we are very highly skilled individuals.
Good. I like to hear that. Highly skilled individuals. Well,
Do you want to see what we can do?
That's what I was about to ask. I do
Promise
have.
not to hold it against us?
What are you doing?
I would hope not.
It won't hurt, but
What
it'll
are
show
you-
you what we can do.
What are you trying to do?
I have
What
a
are you
spell.
trying to do?
I'm going to tell him.
Okay.
I have a spell that'll make you laugh so much you won't be able to move.
I'm aware of such magic. I can go ahead and say no, but thank you for the offer.
How about I extend your life?
What do you mean, like false life?
No, more like heroism.
Oh, that's a nifty little spell.
Want to feel it?
No, I'm fine,
Wanna
thank
go
you.
over it?
I'm not so much of a slouch in the magic department either.
Do we have apples at this tavern?
Did you buy apples for the tavern?
Probably have apples. A couple things in the kitchen with our eggs and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, sure, if you want them.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab an apple and put one on his head.
Make a sleight of hand.
Sneaking up on him, like putting it
At
on his
disadvantage.
hold very still.
No.
Make a
Oh no, nope.
sleight of hand at disadvantage.
Okay.
What are you doing, man?
He's gonna try to shoot the apple off his head.
He's asking for us to show off our skills.
Everyone's going to be like, no, wait, you can shoot the apple off of my head. Is there a way that you would like us to prove ourselves to you? How about that?
I was thinking more of a job, but
Hey, job.
interesting.
How much
More
you gonna pay?
entertaining. Oh well.
You
Good.
don't work for free, neither do we, right?
Good deal. In fact, we have a delivery we must make. Unfortunately, our combination of the caretakers and the guards have made moving certain items a little more difficult. You see, we have a potion maker, an alchemist. His name is Schemo. He's recently received an order from a noblewoman, kind of a hush-hush down low. Our normal couriers are unable to facilitate the trade, but if possibly you could, there's good payment within. In fact, we'll even let you keep most of the gold she hands over.
What kind of potions does he make?
All kinds of potion, everything from your health potions, your basic health potions, to remedies, to more unique items, so to speak.
Well, if it's a noblewoman you're delivering to, I could probably get in contact with her myself without arousing suspicion.
Oh no, it's fine. We have a drop-off point. We just need someone to actually do the delivery.
And so, what's the total payment?
Let's see. Potions cost. She'll probably pay near. I believe 15 platinum pieces was the agreed upon price. Obviously, we would like to take our share. 10 platinum.
Let's make it 11, and we have a deal.
I'm not going to ask you to roll persuasion. Good enough. You come from good recommendations. 10 platinum or 11 platinum. He sticks his hand out. To you,
Everyone
to
will
We'll
Proteus.
take his hand and kiss it.
Okay.
I
Platinum
see.
hasn't seen stars. He's like, I love you, man. 11 platinum, yes.
He kind of wipes his hand off and says, I guess we've come to an arrangement.
I suppose that's Cleese's way of agreeing to an accord.
The gnome runs runs a shop in the
Okay.
trade ward. If you have a map, I can mark it down for you. It's known as Weird Bottles Concoctions. The potions are to be delivered to the Black Viper. Oh, I'm sorry, near to the God Catcher.
The what?
The God Catcher. It's one of the guardians. You know what the God Catcher is.
Yes, sir. Okay. Is there a time to deliver it?
Yes, tomorrow around midday. No, that's not right. Yes, midday.
Okay.
Now, since we are doing a job for you, would you mind doing a job for us?
If you pay me, yes.
We're looking for wholesale pricing on cola nuts.
I'm sorry, I'm unfamiliar.
They're nuts from cola trees.
Since we're already getting those from, it's all right. Follows.
Wait. Hold on. Hear me out. Number one, that's scandalous about trying to get a better deal and shopping around.
But isn't Tarnum dealing mercenaries most of the time?
Well, we smuggle as well.
But maybe he could get us a better price, and if he can't, he may know someone who can get us a better price. We literally just went to the shop across the street.
You've been to an expert across the street. Not,
I'm sure there's more.
Versed in this.
Typically, with
No,
you get around, you seem like you know a lot.
I do know a lot. I have by uniquely be above board.
No, they have to be above board, right? Whatever.
I guess slightest deception. Well, yeah, Vern, you don't see shit.
You just want to give people a good time.
I've been talking about Crawford. Are you all?
I think that makes sense. I won't type it out. I'm gonna send Kin's final message.
Okay, go ahead.
I know that you lingered in his cave. It does, but yeah, everyone is entitled to their own bit of information away from the rest. So if you want to have that talk with someone or with everyone, that's up to you. But I know that you stayed in there a bit, and I'm not gonna try to get that information from you if you don't want to give it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to talk with the group at some point anyway. Just because
Those bastards are nosy.
someone's going. Apparently, I'm being followed. And it's probably just family members, but, you know.
I know I should have locked the windows. I'm buying fucking nails and bolts next time we get out because we have a serious breach in security.
Doesn't seem so bad.
I open the front door and say, "Look, it's unlocked, and no one."
It's a bar.
It's just a bar.
It's a bar.
We walk through the front door. That's just beads.
It's just beads. And you all hear the beads ring out as Crawford and Kin enter the establishment.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Oh,
At least his bows.
you notice that he kind of backs away. He's like, "Is she one of you?"
Ken,
She's the best of us.
Why
Would you like to
you
apologize?
pointed at me? I haven't done anything wrong today.
No, would you just
You-
like to apologize to our new benefactor? You've not done anything
Do I
wrong.
have to?
If not for
She
her,
doesn't have to apologize for a goddamn thing.
not been able to get a meeting so quickly with you. She may
Well-
have unorthodox methods, but here we are, and
Very unorthodox.
you look
Ever
like your drink's empty. I'm gonna get one myself.
No more unorthodox than your means of talking to pretty girls.
Ever,
True.
don't you give her any grief.
Sorry.
She made us 11 platinum.
Nothing. I didn't say a word.
Okay.
I filled 2 mugs.
Well, I quite like this bar. I might make a appearance once the grand opening, which is when, by the way?
No fucking clue.
Yeah,
Fair
we
enough.
have no, my friend.
I have like
I-
9 more questions.
I worry about that. I feel like I may have intimidated you earlier when I said that you have eyes watching you when you Rapunzeled from your window, but you should have assumed that. They're not that competent. We have a good dealing with them, and if you ever need to sneak away, well, who else is watching but those that you've already been talking to? You're safe here.
Roll deception.
I'll do it.
I want you to.
Liff, he's safe here, right? Liff?
Yo, that's really
Awkward.
cool. That's a 10. I have +7.
Damn. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not the worst. But,
Should leave the line to Calisius.
I will definitely make my appearance here and there. Good to know eyes aren't on me everywhere. Though
Well,
I
Slide
when
him,
do we need to
I slide him
pick up-
another mug, and I start drinking. And like,
when do we need to pick our order up?
for
At
Booze.
Timo's shop, when do we pick it up? I know we drop it off at 12 tomorrow.
just show up whenever. Morning would be nice. The morning of, just so you're not carrying the product around too long. But whenever you decide to show up, just tell Zemo that I sent you. I will send a message ahead to let him know to be expecting you.
Mhm.
Beyond that,
Package.
package.
I like to think that you are all just whispering that in
Yeah,
the
I'm just, everyone is just staring at him and ignoring it.
Did we? Okay, so this. I'm sorry. This relates to what he wanted to talk to us about.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. No. Yeah. No. You have the job. Well, if that is all, suppose I should be getting back before I'm missed.
Probably.
Yes. Hopefully the gods don't give me any trouble, but you never know.
No more trouble than we gave you.
No more trouble than you can already be in. So I'm sure you'll be fine.
One can hope.
Did
And-
you end up lifting that rope that you climbed down?
Did I end up what?
Is that still
Thinking-
there?
Is that rope still there?
Oh, probably. I haven't had
You should
problems.
probably go back to your room and take care of that in case you left something there.
Well, from the sound of it, it doesn't seem like I've been as sneaky as I thought. I doubt the rope will actually give anything away.
Don't-
Really?
Don't underestimate how sneaky
What?
you are. I would've done
At least
the-
his respect for this guy goes down like tenfold.
Oh, well, I don't need to hide. No. Thank you for this interesting afternoon. I look forward to coming back here when the lights are on.
And don't forget about what I asked you to look out for, man.
I will definitely keep my eyes open. We'll discuss price once I find something suitable.
Eyes in her nose, right?
What?
We're doing code.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
no.
I'm more confused by why Odysseus made another appearance. It's like, right, bro. You got it, man.
Edge or just like the hardest raver.
Odysseus does not do drugs.
Yeah, and
know
if
that.
you
He has a dare shirt.
if you need a
The one shirt he owns.
oh,
If I need what? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the inane chatter.
no, you're if you need to get away from the Yawning Portal, then you can I'm sure you can spend some time here. Just don't take all on me, but
I appreciate it. Good day to you all.
You need an escort back, or are you good on your own?
Oh, I'm sure I can manage.
A few hours by yourself?
Yes. This hasn't been a nice diversion, but there is business to attend to, so I must go. Farewell.
oh, before you
Adieu.
leave, a Mr. Floxen.
I already asked.
Oh, you did. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Yes.
Yeah.
As I
It's gonna
explained to
save
you,
us that time.
Yeah, we were gone for a bit. Yeah, I apologize. I don't have anything else. I try to lick my elbow as he leaves.
What the fuck?
he is out of there. The 5 of you are left alone. Well, 7 of you are left alone in your bar. You have received a new mission, a new task. Shadier fellow, but
Does that 7 include Liff?
no,
No.
the 7 includes your 2 pets. Liff is, for the most part, ignoring you.
Okay. So we didn't forget TJ at the bar then, did we?
I'm assuming he follows you out.
Okay. I was hoping I was drunk.
I was hoping I was drunk.
Bradford would have rallied.
Where is CJ? Oh, there's CJ.
Yeah, where is CJ? CJ?
There, I found him. They're both here. Right back where you started. You've received your mission. That's gonna be where I call it for the night. And there was a couple of clutch deception rolls in there. I'm not gonna lie. It's a good thing you have such a smooth talker.
Yeah.
Because that run-in with the Blackstaff could have gone south quickly.
The Blackstaff?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Oh, she was livid, and if she knew that what's his fault, Renard, had known about Manchun, she would have been more livid.
But not at us, right?
You would have been you wouldn't have been attacked, but the odds of you getting another job from the Blackstaff was next to nothing.
So she's actually mad at Renair.
Yes.
Okay. That's good.
Or she would have been, but successfully deceived her.
Lesson is always lie.
Always lie. Yeah, no, and then, but yeah, no, that happened, and then obviously he believes that you are in fact a group of mercenaries, which is another good thing. That's a good thing for business.
Yeah.
Figured it wasn't far from the truth. We'll do things for money.
Caduceus will do anything for money.
Delicious will do anything for money.
Anything.
Yeah, honestly, that wasn't that much of a deception.
No. That's why I gave you some leeway. Doesn't help that you rolled. I don't even remember what you rolled. It was high. 22? Is that you or is that someone else?
So we're thinking Manchun's some sort of undead at this point. He's very, very pale.
You don't know.
Tab's a necromancer. Like,
alive.
If someone would like to make an Arcana check, they are more than welcome.
Yeah, in character.
Or nature, yeah.
Who's got the best Arcana? I got a +1.
I have a +2.
I was about to say, none of y'all have very good Arcana.
I got
Arcana?
I got a big fat +0.
Plus or -1.
Was anyone actually? Is anyone actually proficient?
I got like half proficiencies in everything.
That's true.
And I guess it might be proficient.
Anyone proficient with nature?
No.
Nature in this case would not help you.
What's the other one you said?
We are in a city.
It was just Arcana.
Yeah.
Alright, fuck it.
I have a +2, but Crawford doesn't know shit all about Arcana.
Just do it, bro. Roll for it.
Well, he's not proficient in it.
Not proficient.
I think at this
Fuck
point,
it. There you go.
not studying.
10.
10. Not. I mean, there's of magic.
I have magic.
You know that.
There are spells that you can disguise yourself. There are spells that you can reanimate dead, but I mean they're very frowned upon. There's plenty of spells.
Question: if I point in a random direction, well, so how does Go Hauntings work? Is he just this entire place, or is he an actual figure around here? Lif?
Who, the Lif?
Yeah.
He
Is
is
he-
an actual, not being, the presence. He has an actual area in which he is.
So, like, if I go and I point my message at him, can I talk with him, even if he doesn't want to?
You can send him a message. It doesn't mean he'll reply. You also have to know where he is.
Okay. It's like I just want to point at a random wall, pretend I'm talking to him. But okay.
His message is that, I mean, is it a cantrip or do you have to use spell slot
Cantrip.
for it?
Cantrip.
Oh,
Cantrip.
That's
Message is
fun.
actually really good.
it's not bad now. Oh, that's what that was. Okay.
Did
That's all-
Warren's apple shooting go well?
He hit the apple. Oh wait, no, he has to roll at disadvantage because he's drunk.
Oh,
Hey, guy, come back in here. Watch this.
There's a lot going on, huh?
I'm gonna place an apple on one of the tables and put my dagger in the wall and then recall it. I'm just playing with my.
You're new gift. It comes back.
We're getting this repaired. Don't go throwing holes in the wall.
I mean, it's already broken.
I mean, if we're gonna be performing, that's a pretty cool trick, right?
It is a really cool trick.
Magic.
Real quick, Pi. So, how much money more do we need to get this place up and running?
Did everyone add what they had?
I added mine.
Well, I mean, let's see. What did I say it was? It was 100 gold, 250 gold, 60 gold. So that's 311, 310, sorry. There's more gold in there. I forgot. I think you're still a little bit off. You still have, I think, about 300-400 more.
You got a couple of discounts, right? For things?
Yes. But not like, I think it lowered it to like 700, 750 or something like that.
Okay.
You still got a bit, but not a ton.
So, two questions.
Two
One,
answers.
how successful is the best bar?
I mean, it's the best bar. It's as successful as it gets.
Okay. Two, can we steal their staff?
Can you steal their staff? I mean, it's a
We're gonna go on
possibility.
an adventure. Somebody's gonna need to be here to run this place.
That's true. I go back to the way.
But that's part of the price.
Yeah, part of the staff is so you would basically have to hire the more expensive staff, which I put that somewhere. Oh yeah, it's in the Roll20 thing.
And we did talk to a couple of the guilds. So
Yes. Incidentally, one of them was supposed to talk back with you, but I forgot about that. I'll have to do that later at some point.
Yeah, that's look forward to it next week.
Yeah, who knows? Might be busy next week.
Question:
We busy
Answer.
next week?
the alchemist that we have to get this package from,
Yes.
or to,
From.
from.
Yes.
What is their name?
Zebo, I think, something like that.
Good.
Yeah, like
emo.
spelling.
Zemo.
Oh.
Thank you. Let me actually, yeah, I have to. Schemo. Sorry, I was completely wrong. That's a fucking weird
Yeah,
name,
you
right?
spell this
Dumb
name.
name.
I crossed it up 3 times.
That is the name.
Sounds like a Sesame Street character.
Okay, man, I didn't write this.
No chance in hell his actual name is Weird Bottle. Schemo Weird Bottle. Oh, all right.
That is the name. I've wrote those both in the Roll20.
We're
You're
really
attacking in New York City and get beat up every day.
Schemo Weird
Schemo.
Stop making fun of Schemo, man. He's a cool cat. What does he even look like? Oh god, he's actually a evil looking son of a bitch.
Oh god,
Sounds about right.
he's so handsome. Weird bottle concoctions. Schema weird bottle. Awesome.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
interesting.
That's
Today
a,
was a good
didn't know that.
day.
What is it?
I'm sorry, you were going in
What,
and
is,
out.
what happened?
Ah, I was just reading about Schemo. I saw something interesting.
There's a
Alright.
lot of babies on Troll School Alley.
Oh, I mean, they're just outside doing stuff.
They got lives to live. I'm not judging.
There are a lot of babies out there.
Babies exist. What can I say?
That just makes me think of the Chappelle skit.
Which one?
The baby on the corner.
Selling drugs? Oh, fuck. Want to buy some crack?
What else I got? I got Country Village. Oh, this is nice. This is pleasant.
So when we
Oh, I
watching
like
that donkey movie?
What? From watching what?
That donkey movie.
What donkey movie? Oh,
Nester.
Nest of the Christmas donkey. Oh, when Christmas is over, so I mean,
Not till next year.
Set up a movie night next year for watch
No.
that.
I mean, that brings up a good point, though. If you guys want to do something that's not D&D, we could watch a movie together and just shit on it simultaneously.
I
that's
would be super
also
down for
always
that.
possible. Oh, actually, I need to send Craig away.
I mean, we did that during the debate that one time.
We did. That was fun.
Just
What was-
shit feed the whole time.
I was just like,